Good evening, everybody.
Hello, good evening.
It is the Clay Allen Chronicles Live, and if there ever were uh, a more convoluted night, this is it.
A real life experience of the topic.
just a tad,
Oh my
just a
goodness.
tad.
You nailed it. You picked a good topic.
Oh yeah. So see, I was really fretting that because I've just been on the go so much since vacation that I didn't even put any thought into what we were going to talk about tonight. And I've been stressed out. I've been overwhelmed. I've been just under a lot of heat. And I thought, there's our subject.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to talk about.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
You sent me that text. He's like, man, I just feel like right now, stress. And I'm sitting there like at my desk, like literally, I'm sitting at my desk with my hair, and you just get in them stressful moments when you're sitting there and all you're doing is just pulling on your hair as you're at your desk.
Yeah.
That's all I was doing, was pulling on it. And you sent me that thing. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yep. That's where
Let's
we're at.
do it.
And you know, it's I was talking with Joe from Red Cabin Acoustic.
Yeah.
And it's everybody, man. It's like something's going on. I don't know. I'm just really weirded out by it, but everybody's going through all this chaos and unnecessary stress, unnecessary disorganization. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm experiencing a lot of it. I'm very fortunate because there's a lot of people out there way worse off than me, and I should be ashamed of myself, I guess, for feeling any kind of negativity towards my situation just because of that fact. But I've always said it, and we all have a right to feel a certain way about the crud that we're going through, regardless of the extremity.
Yeah. Well, I think you're hard on yourself. You have a right to be.
Yeah.
The stuff that you're going through, there's no reason to not be. And I need to move these. Like, I'm stress eating. Like as we're talking, I'm looking at
What
my
you got?
desk.
What is that?
I've got like chocolate peanut butter trail mix. I'm not supposed to be eating sugar. This is lots of sugar.
It's got that.
Yeah, total sugars 13 grams, I guess, 23% sugars, added sugars on top of that. I'm just like, well, there's some peanuts in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Protein.
How you doing, Kevin? Thanks for chiming in, being first. And what's up, Chad? Chad says he's got no hair to pull. So I guess you're either lucky.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah. Soon enough, we won't have any either.
That's how it's going, man. It's I don't know. For me, I feel like lately, like 2 months ago, we sit down in our church staff meeting. We talk about what we're going to do for this month and that month and that month. So we like had this series planned out for our church where we're talking about, we're exploding as a church right now. So we have a lot of, probably 60% of our church are new. We're getting like, 300 to 400 people on a Sunday. So there are so many people that don't know the person sitting next to them. So we're like, you know what, let's just do like a 5-minute video where someone's introducing themselves and then sharing a story, of faith or something that happened to them. We've got a fireman that was at ground zero for 9/11. We've got another person who thought they were going to have to abort one of their babies because their third baby they found out when they were having their third child that when they went in there, they had no organs, no liver, no kidney, no amniotic fluid. So they were devastated. Geneticist calls and they go run up to, an hour to this specialized hospital, and they hook them up to a sonogram to show them, why they need to have an abortion. And when they hook up the machine, all the organs are there. And they're like, this is not a mistake. Nothing was there. Now they're there. Like, what? He said, I literally have nothing to say. speechless. So just different stories of
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. Good
So of
stuff.
course, video guy, I'm the production guy for the church. I'm like, yeah, it'd be a great
You're
idea. I
like,
could,
I'll do it.
yeah, I could tackle that. No problem. We got nothing else going on in September. So I was like, so I'm bringing people in, every week, 2, 3 people in and sitting down with them and recording about a half hour of them sharing a story of something that happened to them and editing it down to 5 minutes. So it's like, how do you like take that much out and still have a cohesive story?
Yeah.
So challenging, but getting pictures and videos and stuff like that and throwing that over top and just kind of making it look like a Netflix documentary of their
Yeah.
life.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, so there's a long version we post on the YouTube channel, Facebook channel, and then a short version we play on Sunday morning before we start. Here's this person. So it's 2 different edits, but a lot of stuff going into it. And so it's like, all right, that's a lot. That's taking up a good chunk of my week. And then there's my normal stuff. And then because we're exploding so big, it's like we got to get out. We can't fit everybody in our sanctuary anymore. We're going to have to move into our gym for the school and go in there to fit everybody. So they just decided they didn't want to just do what we've been doing, all new gear, all new boards, soundboards, video equipment, network signals, new stage
That
that's
alone
portable.
sounds stressful.
Yeah, so we're bringing all this stuff in and like today was like all our stage pieces came in, 30 platforms, 4 foot by 4 foot, steel aluminum, and we're taking them all out of the box, all 30, putting them together, setting it up, and then taking it right back down just to see how it would work before we bring everybody in.
Why'd you have to take it back down?
Because it's still a gym for
Oh,
school. And so it's like, all right, we're not going to have the on Monday. We're bringing everybody in that's part of the setup crew on Monday to show them how the stage works, how we're going to do it, how to put it together. This was taking out of the box and making sure we knew how to do it. So Monday we could show them how to do it.
right.
So but since it's not till Monday night, we couldn't just leave it there because Monday they need the gym for school. So it's like we built this huge stage, 20, I forgot how many feet it was, but it was like 4 foot. So it was 3 panels deep. So 12 foot by 7 times 4, 28. So about 30 feet wide, 12 foot deep. And then, of course, 300 chairs, trying to figure out where to put all the chairs. So we did all that just to turn around and take it all back down, run home 7 o'clock, jump into that.
And
Anyways,
then you got me texting you all evening.
yeah, that was good.
I'm
But
sorry.
it was just, no, it was just like, all right, so now we got the Netflix documentary series for 8 people. They want that done. My normal stuff, which is already a 40-hour work week for just my regular responsibilities
Yeah.
as an assistant pastor, on top of the Netflix documentaries, on top of this new transition, new gear, new installs. I can't handle this. It's just nerve wracking. So anyways,
Yeah.
you're like stress. I think about stress. I'm like, dude, I am so there.
It's just, and it's not just stress anymore. It's like I was saying, it's this unwanted and unwarranted chaos
Yes.
and
Yeah.
disorganization.
Chaos.
Like what is going on? Like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't do anything simple without all kinds of complications,
Yes.
and my situation, it's not going quite as I wanted it to, which we all knew it was probably not going to. That's adding stress. There's a single income right now. I'm just, I'm
Yeah.
almost gonna look like Chad probably next week.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. About 2 years I was like that when I got POTS, and I had to step down from my job in HVAC. So I was making part-time as a pastor, but I was full-time HVAC
Yeah.
tech. So I had to step down from that because I couldn't go into new construction homes and be in trusses and
Right.
attics and stuff and not fall.
Yeah.
So I lost that income, and because I was, health issue, and we didn't know what it was that I was dealing with. We didn't know if it was a heart condition, lung condition, brain condition. We didn't know. So the church wasn't going to just make me full time because I may not be able to do anything. So yeah, like for 2 years, I was just like,
Yeah, you're
pennies from
starting
the
to question your worth and
Oh yeah, exactly. It's questioning your worth, and your wife's frustrated, and you're supposed to be, the we say, you're supposed to be the spiritual and male leader of your home. And my wife is looking at me saying, you need to lead this family. You need to lead our family. And I'm just like, I'm down and out and in the dumps, stressed because I can't do my job anymore. Can't make the money I was making before. Like, I'm sure you're dealing with it. People
Yeah.
look at you and expect certain things from you, depended on you for certain things. And now you can't do those things. You can't be there for people in this way. You can't help people the way you used to help them.
Yeah.
You lose your worth.
Well, I'm thinking that it's mostly in our heads
Yeah.
that the worth part, like the worth is still there. We just are
Yeah.
discrediting ourselves because of our current situation.
Yeah. We're men.
You know.
Men do that.
Yeah.
We,
I
we, we
it's
put more on ourselves than our wives can do it. Like the wives, you know, but we have expectations of ourselves,
right. And I think the truth is even wives, husbands, whatever, we have a tendency to put our own expectations higher than we really should.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
We
And
have to save. We have to lead. We have to conquer. We have to overcome.
yeah. And when you're not that, I mean, thank God for my wife. She's toting the bill right now. She's just as stressed. There's the same chaos and disorganization and doubt is riddling her just like it's riddling me.
Mm.
And I'm trying to figure out how do we balance that? I don't know.
How do you survive
That's why I
it?
wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. How do you survive it? Because you're in survival mode.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get by. You're just trying to get to the next week.
And past experiences for myself will tell me I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be okay.
Yep.
But it's the part from where you start entering those negative times to where you exit them. All that in the middle is where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't.
Yeah.
Do I give up? Should I give up? Do I try harder? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do I go out and find something else? But by doing that, you're putting off your dream and your goal and the
Well, see,
sacrifices that come with it.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm teetering so close to just saying, forget all this. I'm gonna go find something else. But if I do that, just like you said,
Yep.
I'm not gonna be able to put in the time to push this other thing, which this other thing could be what I really need.
Yeah.
I feel like it is. So
I made a similar decision. Like my wife and I were sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm obviously not able to do HVAC anymore. That's behind me now. I can't be in attics that are hot, 130-degree attics. Can't be on a roof.
Yeah.
Can't be doing this stuff anymore. My wife's like, you need to be in ministry. I said, so then the only way we can prove to the church that I can do this is to do it first. So it was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work. I'm going to do nothing else. The church is going to get every bit of me. Full-time work, which is endless hours. And I'm not going to, I'm just going to have to do it and not get the income. And then after a body of work has been put forth and
you've
look
proven
back,
yourself. Yeah, no, I
for
get
a year
it.
now, I have done everything that you would have asked and then some. And then they were like, okay, now we know. And then it made it. But that was a year of sacrificing the income and putting in the work and living, really dialing it back.
See, real quick, I'm gonna say hi to Chris with Livestream Consultants. King Paco, how you doing, man? Where right there. Chris with live streams says this is exactly where I just covered it. I want to just show it. This is exactly where I am right now. So as much as we want to go through these things and think, oh, woe is me, it's just me. It's not. It's everybody, man. Like I said, I was talking with Joe, and I'm not going to get into any details or whatever, but he's going through stuff too. And I'm just like, man, it's everybody right now.
Yeah. And I think what makes it worse is it's not one issue. It's one big issue. And then there's the little things that come along with it that compile and compound and make it so much worse. And I think when you're struggling, you let the little stuff get to you that you shouldn't or used to not. And now it weighs bigger and it snowballs.
Yeah. Well, they definitely seem heavier and bigger in a tight situation.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say hi to Bill Lockman. That's a buddy. When I went to
Mm.
Florida and we spent a weekend at a Airbnb. That's one of the guys I was with. I've known him since like 11, 12 years old.
So are all Airbnbs someone else's house that you're staying in?
Yeah.
Always wondered that. Airbnb was like I didn't know if it was just like a townhouse that you could rent a certain room or you were living in someone else's
Well,
or staying in someone else's home while they're there.
some are you're renting a section, but some are just the entire house.
Oh,
And that's
gotcha.
what this was. It was the entire house. And it was just a house in a regular neighborhood in the middle of Florida, like over near Ocala, a town called Dunellen. It was really cool. It was a really nice place. And this guy Bill that's in the chat, he did all the cooking, and he was making us. Here we are, Kevin. We're talking about food.
Yeah. Here we are all over again. Let me put this back.
He's like, let me get my snacks out. He was making us some really good stuff. I gave him credit last night because he jumped in on me and Kevin's live. And now that he's on this one, I'm going to give him credit again. He
I
made
caught a
us
little
some,
bit of it last night.
yeah, he's good at smoking ribs and grilling stuff. And he made smoked ribs one night. He made venison burgers for lunch one day. We had chili that his wife made, which was really good. Um, what else was there that he did? Oh, mahi mahi tacos.
Hmm.
It's a fish. Blackened mahi and blackened halibut was good stuff. Like
Oh,
we didn't
halibut.
go
Yeah.
anywhere to go to eat. We ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner there at the house, and then we only ventured out one day, and we went to a cold springs, and went swimming for like 30 minutes. Got sick of that and went back to the house.
Man.
The
Some
house
good eating,
had,
though.
huh?
That's some good eating.
Oh, we ate so good. Like so good. We did there was a pool table, a game board. It's like a coffee table with like a touch screen on it and you can play games on it. And then in the backyard was a jacuzzi, a bar, 80-inch TV, and a swimming pool, and then a fire pit.
Wow.
We had no reason to go anywhere.
I wouldn't.
No.
Why?
We totally enjoyed. No kids, no wives, no nothing, just the guys, some cigars and some drinks, and that's it.
Wow. It rained. Didn't it rain quite a bit while you were down on
Yeah.
vacation?
It
Man, it's
rained.
like every video you sent me was like
Yeah.
raining in the background. I was
It
like,
rained
man,
when we were at Epcot.
monsoon.
It rained. That's kind of why we didn't venture out much when we were at that Airbnb, because it kept raining or threatening to rain anyway. And we just were like, you know what? Let's just stay here and chill.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. The football was he's a football fan, so he had football going 24/7 the whole weekend.
That's me.
Yeah. Me and the other guy, we both don't follow sports at all, but we didn't care. We're like, dude, whatever. This is your weekend, man.
Yeah. Now that football season started, that's all I do. Saturday is college football. Sunday is regular football. Of course, if my Lions lose, I turn the game off. I can't watch any more football the rest of the day. They ruin it for me the rest of the day.
Bill says nobody gets skinny on my watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like not short at all. That's the truth. He's good at it. But does anybody else that's watching right now? We've got 8 people. Have any kind of relation to this stress and chaos and anxiety, and it's just, I don't know. I know we're not alone.
No, and man, I'm just telling you, like my struggle right now is if I can't, not only my stress, but if this doesn't come out the way that people around me expect, I failed them. You can't get over that.
No.
I failed them because how do you overcome that?
Well, first,
it's the situation's past. It's gone. Like you can't undo that failure.
Your situation has a lot of growing pains in it.
Yeah.
Okay. And those, you're going to have to go through those motions and emotions of those growing pains. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're failing. It means you're still going through those growing pains.
Yeah, but it just, you just have certain expectations of your own performance.
Oh, good evening, Lori.
Oh, is she in here?
She
Okay.
is a couple times.
Oh, hey.
I saw it earlier and I didn't get to say hi. I wanted to say hi.
Oh, yeah. I didn't have the comments up on
She
Easy Monks
said
here.
earlier, and I don't know what it meant because I missed it. Someday you will listen to me, Mike. See, this is how lives go.
Yeah, it's been so long. I have a T-shirt that says my wife told me I forget things, and she also told me something else.
Yeah,
Another T-shirt I have that says someday when is old enough to know better supposed to kick in.
I posted something on Facebook similar to that yesterday, the day before. It said something like, "My wife knows one thing about me I don't remember."
Yeah.
That's all it said. Oh, she said about sugar.
Sugar, yeah. So she must have saw my bag up here.
Oh yeah.
I stash stuff up here. I've got I'm not telling her what else I got up here.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope. You've got nothing up there.
Nothing. There's nothing but regular peanuts in here. It's just a fancy package. I took all the sugar out. There's no.
You gave all that away to kids.
Yep. Fed it to the cats. That's why they're hyper.
Saved all the good stuff.
Yep. Man.
That's funny. What do we got here? Chris. I'm a little behind. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I would need some Red Bull air racing and some Mike Patty backcountry flying videos. Whatever you're into.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a sports guy, and I really didn't care what was on TV. I was just enjoying conversation with these guys that I grew up with. We're trying to do this every year. Last year we were in the Smokies. This year we went to Florida, which kept all of them from having to travel too far. Next is up in the air. There's an off-grid cabin in Montana, or taking the boat that he's got and a couple others possibly and going to the Bahamas on our own, not on a ship. That part's a little scary for me. For him, no, because he's a pro at it. That's what he does. Diving and he's out on the ocean. Let's
see, and you're kind of touching on something too. We talked about this, like, how do we cope with it? And I was thinking where Lori said someday you'll listen to me. I have a hard time stopping and settling and resting. Like when you're stressed, there's no time for anything. Go. And then I think it was the other night, I'd been out all day, come home. We've been home maybe 15 minutes. Lori's making dinner, and right before it's ready to be done and served, I get a phone call about something, and I'm like, they need me to leave and go pick something up at this one place and take it to another. And she's like, "You just got home." And I'm just like, "Yeah, but this needs to be done. This needs to be done. I don't have any other time. This person doesn't have any time. I don't have any time." So it's like I ran right back out of the house, got that done, and then come home and ate cold dinner. Everybody else had ate, but I'd left right as it's being served. And it's like she keeps telling me to stop, to say no. And sometimes, and this is what I was getting ready to say, is sometimes the stress we go through, we create because we don't know how to say no.
So I wanted to say, in that go mode,
yep.
You feel that you need to do that because if you stop, now you have time to think about all this stuff.
Yeah.
If you just keep going, you don't have to think about it. But what you're doing is eventually you're going to crash.
It's a sick, twisted game where you feel like you're stressed out. So therefore, I can't stop, because as long as I'm still going and stressed out about what I'm doing, as long as I'm doing, I'm overcoming, when really you're piling on.
Yeah.
And that's like the things that I used to do to cope with my stress was I'd go fishing after work. I would stop somewhere and just fish for like.
You haven't done that in a while, have you?
I think I've gone fishing 3 times in 2 years, and
because I haven't heard you talking about it.
Yeah, I used to go every day after work, stop on the way home, fish for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just this one fishing spot right there on the way home. Had my fishing pole and everything in the back of my pickup truck. Just pull over, cast a few lines, just decompress, and then go home. And
Yeah.
then on Saturdays, I would go on my kayak and just get out in the wilderness and just know nothing, and just think. Because that's another thing. You keep going and going and going, and you're not thinking about how to solve your
No, you're not.
problems.
You're not solving anything.
Yeah, you're staying busy. So it's like I would do those things, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I really don't need to be spending time on this. I really don't need to spend time on this. I need to focus on this,
Mm-hmm.
and that will solve my problem. Or, all right, I'm stressed, like money situation. I'm really stressed about this, but then you have a time to get out there and think when you're decompressing, and you're like, you know what, this is worth the fight. And when you assure yourself that it's worth the fight, the
Yeah.
stress doesn't pile on so much. But when you question it, it's that unease about what you're doing. So it's I have not found time to decompress at all.
And
YouTube doesn't
then
help.
the other catch 22 thing is all those things that you're trying to do at once.
Yeah.
And just you're trying to keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yep.
You're doing 100% of everything that you need to do about 60%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're not doing any of them to the fullest, or you're not
Yep.
doing them as good of the, like, your quality
Yeah.
starts to drop.
Yep. And I had to have one of those, I call them coming to Jesus moments, a couple of years ago, where I was tackling, I had a full-time job, I was going to full-time school, plus ministry, plus this, plus that. And I just had to sit down one day with a friend and just like, all right, what do you really, if you had to cut something loose, what would you cut loose? Because right now you are tackling so much stuff, but you used to, like, there just used to be this bar of excellence with when you did stuff, and now there's no excellence. Now it's just done stuff,
Just
stuff
getting
that's
it done.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's nowhere near what you used to do.
No.
I know what you expect of yourself, and this isn't working. I know you're not going to be so what do you need to cut loose? And I had to sit there and I had to shave stuff off my responsibilities, because it was just like you said, you just take on so much. You don't know how to say no, that all of a sudden nothing gets done right.
Right.
Everything suffers. Nothing is done to,
Like I said, you're doing everything 100% to completion, but the quality is at like
way
60.
down.
Yeah. 40, 50, 40,
Yeah. I'm pumping out cars on an assembly line, and yeah, they may look dumb, but as soon as they pull off, like, the wheel comes off because I
Yeah.
left a lug
They're
nut. Yeah. Yeah,
They're done.
got,
You got them
I
done.
got 30 cars off the assembly line today.
Yeah.
15 of them are on the side of the road, 2 miles down the road. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah, Bill right there. Yeah.
they do a lot of, he's got I think he's got the same boat. It's like a 25-foot or something like that cabin boat. He does a lot of diving. This guy will go down and come up with like big groupers. And I mean big, like, I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 40, 60 pounds, maybe even bigger. And he'll line up the side of his yard when he's out there cleaning the fish. And it's like the whole half of the yard is taken up by fish.
Mm-hmm.
Fish and lobsters, and I don't know. I kind of wish I lived down there just to be around that, because I don't do that stuff, but I can eat it.
I'm old school. Like, I just want to come home and sit on the couch with my wife at dead silence. Like, she was getting on me, because tonight I come home 7 o'clock, and just trying to decompress before coming up here and eating some dinner. And Lori and I are trying to have a conversation. There's my 10-year-old like 3 feet from me blasting some music, and it was just stressing me out. And she's like, Michael, it's fine. Like, your 10-year-old daughter's listening to worship music and you're getting mad. And I'm like, I just want to hear you talk. I just need my time alone with you in dead silence conversation. And she's like, you need to chill.
Yeah.
So,
and she's not wrong.
Yeah, she wasn't wrong at all. It was just like, I just had to get off my high horse. Man.
Kevin says, I think he's saying, is anyone else's studio their safe space?
Yes. Which can be detrimental too, because
it'll pull you away.
Yeah, because and I'm sure Kevin knows exactly what I'm talking about. You spend more time in your YouTube studio sometimes. I was doing that for a while. And then all of a sudden you're just adding another stressful thing. Like, okay, now I'm going to tackle this video and I need to get this done. And now it's just another stressful thing. The edits, the time, the getting this done and getting it uploaded, you know.
Yeah. You get in here and you do all that and you spend a lot of time and you get things accomplished and you feel like, oh yeah, I got a bunch done. The moment you walk out is when you
You're
start
exhausted.
realizing everything. Well, you're exhausted, but you realize everything that you missed out on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
know?
this was not decompressing. This was
No.
just another thing to be stressed about. Like
Right.
today I was trying to I got the new Shure MV6. I got this like 2 weeks ago. It's the Shure's new gaming mic. They've never made a gaming mic before, but now they
Oh,
made one.
I didn't even know that was out.
Yeah, I did like there was nothing. I was just on Amazon. I'm like, whoa, what's that? Gaming mic? Sure. Okay. USB only. Looks cool. So I got it like 2 weeks ago. Of course, shut everything down 2-3 weeks ago. I haven't touched it. So today I get up here and I'm trying to just do USB microphone comparisons with that thing. And I was getting ticked. Because
Why?
every time I go in there and switch USB mics, I'd unplug the cable, switch to another microphone, go in OBS, switch it to that microphone, and it would crash every time.
Ah,
So then
OBS was crashing?
yeah, every time. So then it would crash, then I'd open it back up, but it would only open in safe mode. You can't do anything with it in safe mode as far as changing things. So you have to close it back out again once you open it in safe mode, and
Yeah.
then reopen it in normal mode.
Normal mode. Yeah, that's
And
what I
now you
do.
can do it. So every microphone, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 7 microphones. So every time it was OBS crash, reopen, close it, reopen, switch it, record it, go to the next microphone, crash. And it was just, I was losing my mind. So it's like, instead of this being my safe space, like Kevin was saying, and
It was
de-stressing,
creating, yeah.
I was more frustrated. I was like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to edit it. Like, I got all my segments and clips recorded, just raw segments. And I'm like, I want to deal with it. I walked out. Like, I'm done. I don't want to touch it for another 2 weeks. I don't even want to look at it. So it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be for me like you, Mike. I need a space and a time to shut everything out.
Yes.
Just for a time, usually about an hour for me, then I'm good to go.
Yeah. And that's the sad part. Like an hour, half an hour to an hour. That's all it takes. But when we're stressed out, we refuse to give ourselves that half hour because we feel like we should be doing something, tackling something.
So we'll go on doing everything half-assed,
Yes.
not finishing it all the way.
Yep.
It's got to change.
I'm telling you.
It's funny that because we've got all these like solutions in our head when somebody else is talking. When somebody's coming to you,
oh yeah,
for advice, you've got it for them. Hey, I'm the voice of reason. That's what my Chronicles channel is about. It's like the reason, and none of that applies to me.
Yeah, dude, I'm a pastor. People call me out, like, how do I handle this? Well, first off, you need
fix
to slow
everything
down.
for them.
Yeah, slow down, focus on this, spend time with your family, all that stuff. Like you were saying, all that stuff matters. It means nothing. Like it just means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Focus on dial it back, slow it down. And what do? Just like, all right, I got it. 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 I can do it. Take a break. Nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
Half passed out today in the heat, moving all this stuff and carrying all the 40-pound things over and over again.
Wait,
40 pieces.
You had heat today?
Yeah. Oh, it was hot down here.
We never even hit 70.
Oh man,
I don't think we were like 68.
The sun was out. It was a cool breeze, but we were behind the building and surrounded by trees, so there was no airflow. It was just sun, and I was on a flatbed trailer pulling out these metal boxes, sections for the stage, portable stage. And I was just dripping everywhere, and I was lightheaded, and they kept asking me, man, you good? You good? You need to take a break. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Let's go. Let's go. I just wanted to get done.
Well, you know what? I can say that I was sweating with you today, but it wasn't doing that. I was cleaning in the house.
I was inside till 3:30, and then it's like, all right, stage pieces are here. Are you able to help? Yep, I'm here, right here.
Right.
And I was already like neck deep in all this stuff that I was trying to get done. And I'm like, shelved it. Let's go over here and tackle that problem. Not finishing this problem. Again, right where you were saying, taking on a bunch of things and, accomplishing nothing.
Yeah. Bill says it's all about balance. You have to make time for family time. We play board games. He goes to sled hockey. He's always talking about. He's got two kids that are in like the Special Olympics. One of them's big time,
Oh, okay.
representing for the United States. Sled hockey tournaments. Then the next week I go fishing. So he gives them a little bit and then he goes fishing.
Yeah, I would love to go. I need to, man. I've been on my kayak twice in 2 years, and I used to go 2-3 times a week. And
Yeah.
I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing that I know works. Terrible.
Looking here, just looking at the comments.
Yeah. Sorry. We're probably way behind. I'm seeing like 19. It was 32.
Yeah. I mean, relatively, most of them were saying hi in the beginning. I've pretty much kept up with them. I think we're good.
Chad was saying we had our internet modem moved and rewired in the office, so my internet connection should be better. Not sure what he was.
I guess he was having some internet issues the last time.
Man, aren't we all? I swear. I don't know what it is.
I'm so glad that I don't live out there. I like it. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's still 83 degrees.
Where Chad's in what, Indiana? Or
I was talking about Chris, but yeah, I think Chad's.
Oh, Chris, yeah, New Mexico, yeah.
I don't actually know where Chad is. Is he in Indiana?
Chad, he's in the Midwest. I think he's Indiana or Illinois.
Indiana. I have a cousin that's living out there. I don't know where. He just keeps posting pictures because he's never been outside of Florida and he's just blown away by the country. He's just, oh, it's so beautiful out here. The only thing that scares me about Indiana is the tornadoes.
Yeah.
They get a lot of
Michigan for 20 years, and we had lots of tornadoes. Not like, the further south it's worse, but we had plenty of tornadoes out there.
Chad chimed in. He said he's in Indiana.
I knew it. I'm forgetful, but hey, you remember the important stuff. And Chad's important. That's right.
Okay, so he's telling us my wireless would drop out, so I moved everything, and now I'm hardwired. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm doing.
My setup here in the studio is hardwired.
Yep. I could. My Wi-Fi is really, really good, but I don't care. I want to be hardwired. And because I'm in an apartment, this is gonna sound so ghetto, but where my modem is in the dining room. Okay. Right near a window that goes outside.
Wherever works, man.
I ran my Ethernet out the window up.
Oh, I've done that.
Up to my studio window, and it just comes into the window.
Do.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna get ghetto with you. I'll make a confession. My modem used to be in the living room, and then I ran it from the living room outside up into the bedroom. Instead of rerouting the wires, I just basically the incoming cable into the house from there, and then I ran another cable up to the bedroom, but I ran it outside. But now, in order to get wired Ethernet up here in my studio, which used to be the attic, before I refinished it, I drilled a hole straight up into the ceiling of my bedroom. I was like, I don't have time for this. I literally went in the corner of my bedroom, drilled a hole right up through the floor into the knee wall in my attic.
Oh,
man.
Along
the ceiling and ran it.
But it works, hey.
Yeah, like in here, I got a panel, I got a plate, it's coming out of a wall, looks professional, but there's a cable that's going up the corner of our bedroom wall into right straight through a hole. It's a small hole, it's the right size, but nothing crazy. But it's just like, she's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm gonna say hi to Bill at Know Your Joe. I didn't know. I was calling him Joe.
I was too. And
his name's Bill.
I feel terrible because Bill reached out in an email wanting to have a chat, and I told him absolutely. And I think we talked on a Tuesday. We were going to have it Thursday, and I think that was a month ago.
Oh man,
Bill, I'm getting there. If you haven't noticed from the conversation, my month has gotten away from me.
It's it's been a long year this month.
Yeah.
So he's saying the
Oh, I would
kayak
love to
works
go
good for you.
flying.
What? What is
Yeah.
he? Oh yeah, that
But
would be nice.
I would be so angry. I would be like dive bombing. Like out here, it's farmland everywhere. You know, Delaware, it's all farm agricultural. So we got crop dusters out here. You
Yeah.
know, I want one. I would love to do that. Just like the dive bomb. This what like this guy that lives in town that does it. He doesn't just do like these gentle. He like comes down like wham and then back it straight up. I
Oh
mean,
wow.
this guy loves to fly. You can tell he's having some
You
fun
need
while
like
doing it.
a neck brace before you go on the flight.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he don't come in nice
While
and
you're on the
gradual.
flight.
He like does this dive bomb out of nowhere, quick
Zip,
dust,
zip,
and
zip.
then straight pull up. And I'm just like, man, this guy, this is a Vietnam vet or something, man. He's having some fun. I want to do that.
Yep. Yep. Definitely. Know your Joe. Sending thanks to Mike for the Fire Engine Red K669D. You're probably going to see this a lot more now.
Yes.
So,
And I'm trying to get it out there. I'm trying to like do as much as I can with this one. So we can get fine to make these things.
yeah. We
You
were
know?
talking about it last night, and I said they could charge double.
Yes.
Maybe even a
absolutely.
little more. I
Yep.
would pay it for the colored ones.
Yep.
But is there enough people like me and you that would buy them to make it worth changing their whole system so that they could have colored?
I honestly think what hurts this thing exploding is the price tag. Oddly enough, because it's so cheap, it scares people.
Yeah,
Why
and
is
like
this microphone only $29?
right.
What is wrong with this microphone? It's that kind of build quality and it's only $29.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
I don't know how they're doing it.
So if they sold this microphone, if they came out with this microphone, because it's built like the Rode Pod mic, it's insanely tough, great sound, you know, just unbelievable. If they came out and said this was like a $90 mic, like the Tank 3, that's a $90 microphone, USB XLR. And to me, the only difference between the the Tank, the K669D and the Tank 3 is the USB XLR combo.
Yeah.
If that's 90, you could have sold this for 70
easily.
Easy.
I'd have been. I'll buy more. Just make them. But I don't know if they're going to do it.
So yeah, I'm trying. They noticed. They sent me. They reached out to me in May and said, "Hey, we saw the podcast where you were really upset about, you know, where is it?" I was all excited because I just bought this and I was trying to use this. And
oh, right. Yeah.
I was like, but it's red.
And we were all like,
red. And
try the K669D.
Yeah. So I just happened to tell my contact at Fine. I said, look, man, that is such a great mic. I just wanted you to know I was trying to use the red. I told him, I said, I was trying to use this. And everybody was wanted me to go back to your K6. I said, I had to take a $160 microphone and disconnect it and use yours because everybody loved the sound of it. I said, but I said, now what was funny is I wanted a red microphone. And they're like, oh, yeah. So they went and watched it and they come back and said, tell you what, we'll make you one. Appreciate it because, you know, the love have been pushing this thing from the beginning. So then I guess because just to make it cost effective, instead of just making one and having, I guess, whatever system, machinery they got. So they're like, I'll tell you what, you got a 4-person podcast on your other channel, we'll make you 4. So I was like, oh, awesome. Thank you. And then next thing you know, it was 5. And then they said, hey, we sent you microphones and it turned out to be 6. I'm like, wow. So it went from 1 to 4 and now 6.
Nice.
Well, I had the 2 extras. I'm like, well, I got 2 extras and they're like, just give them away. So I was like, all right, well, who can I think of? First person I thought it was you because we do our podcast. It was our podcast that got noticed, only fair. I said,
yeah.
I got one more and I know Kevin is so jelly right now. But
I know.
like, I sent it to Bark because Bark was the guy who found it. Like I found this because Bark found it.
So did I.
Yeah, there was they weren't advertising it. They still don't. Like it is hard to find it. When I went into Amazon and typed find K669D, it didn't show up. Like you
Yeah.
had to scroll down like
It
half
didn't
the
show up.
page with the exact description just to find it. I went on Fine Fine's website. It wasn't even on there yet. So I was like, Bark is really the one who discovered this thing and made the video, which got me excited. So I was like, dude, since you're the one who really started this whole thing, I wanted to send it to you. So as a thank you,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't have this if he hadn't made that video. So hopefully with him having one and using it on his channel and us using this one, we'll get some love out there. And if enough people keep talking about it, and I'm going to let Fine know.
I'm not going to stop talking about it. So
yeah, I'm going to tell my contact at Fine about how much like your podcast yesterday. I was watching it and I was looking at all the comments of everybody talking about it.
You know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be sending a picture, like a screenshot of my view, what you see right here, to my contact at Fine.
Yeah.
I was like, hey.
And in Bark's video where he did the wireless headset and he happened to just, hold it up in front of the screen and all the comments were going like, dude, that is.
Yeah. Whoa, what? Hey, where'd you get that?
So,
yeah.
I think we can make it happen. I honestly feel like they're like, you know what? Let's see what what the feedback is once we send these 5 out, which ended up being 6. And then if it's good feedback, we might do this. So we just got to keep talking about it. Just got to keep talking about it.
That's what we're going to do.
Make it happen.
King Paco, please tell us what stresses you out.
Okay. You first. Your podcast.
Huh?
He said, you go first. It's your
No,
show.
he said, you want to know what stresses me out.
Oh.
So I'm asking him to go ahead and tell us.
Oh,
tell us. That's what we want to hear.
Gotcha.
No. we can keep talking tech.
I was like, man, we can go all day.
This is the way that me and you, all of us, this is how we de-stress. Talking about the things we love.
You know what? I think the most truthful statement we could make on tonight, and this is like gut check. I have to come to the realization that the thing that stresses me out the most while we're waiting for King Paco's response, I stress me out the most.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I can't bury my head in the sand, bullheaded, stubborn.
And
Lori
not to
telling
sound
me how to do it right, not listening. Hope she's not listening now.
I don't mean to sound negative because it's not negative, but it is your fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
Yep.
It's our own. We are our own demise.
Yeah.
And it's something I'm always preaching on is not stressing out over stuff that you can't do anything about because there's no point.
Yeah.
It's wasted energy, wasted time that you can't get back.
Yeah. A phrase I say all the time, especially other people, know your no's.
Yeah.
You think you're saying no to this and this and this, but really what you're saying no to is your family. You're saying no to your decompression time. You're saying no to self-care. You're saying no to yourself because you're constantly trying to fix things. And sometimes you got to just stop trying to fix things and let it play out.
Yeah. So this is what stresses him out.
Yeah. Truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
So me too. But the one thing that I really want that I can't copy everybody, well, there's 2. And this is getting off the subject, but on to Mike's again. The Ethos.
Yeah, Earthworks Ethos. I was going to say that.
And the LS208.
Yes. And for me now, I want the SE 4100. I want that so bad.
Did I listen to that one? I can't remember.
Yeah, Bark has done one and Bronson did one on that same microphone. And to them, it's like they can't decide if it's the LS208 or that one is their favorite. They're so close.
Is it Lawton Audio that makes
Yes.
No, I'm thinking of something specific. The Time Preservation Society. You ever watch him?
Mm-mm.
He did a thing on a mic, and I'm trying to remember the name of it, and it was this huge thing. I mean, this thing looked like a
This is YouTube Time Preservation.
Yeah, the Time Preservation Society, and he did a video on this one microphone. This microphone's like $1,800. I can't remember what it is now.
Oh, I've seen him before.
It's an omnidirectional microphone, but it sounds amazing, and you don't need to do any processing to it, nothing. But good Lord, I cannot spend $1,800. I can't even buy a $400
Is it?
mic.
Let me see if it's this one. I don't think he puts any links in his. There's the Roswell Mini K87 Smooth and Rich. I can't. But
if
I
you
remember
if you're on
watching
his
him.
channel,
Oh,
you'll
there it
find
is.
it's
Loudon
a
Audio FC387 Atlantis.
Atlantis. There
The
you
mic
go.
of all mics. And then the
That one.
microphone review just under that, the SE Electronics SE4100. And
If
he's
you
got the
haven't
smoothest mic
watched
under 350.
that video on the Atlantis, watch it.
Okay.
It's a that man, ugh. It's it's so good.
He's got a good voice too.
Yeah, he does.
I like it. He's got a good he knows how to tell a story.
He's
with
very
his videos.
theatrical.
Yeah. He can
Yeah,
he,
very
he doesn't just
animated.
do a review, he tells a story as he's doing it.
No, he's good.
He reminds me of the guy that the author for not Lord of the Rings. What was the other big show on HBO? Game of Thrones. He reminds me of that author guy. What's his name? J.R. Martin or something.
I don't know.
He reminds me of that guy. How much is this microphone? I want to know. Oh, here we go. Here's a link. Good Lord. Oh my. $1,700.
Yeah, I told you.
$1,700.
Yeah, $1,700. But I'm telling you, watch the video. That's gonna be next on your list. You're gonna be like, nope, I gotta have one.
Man, the most expensive mic on my dream list is the Newman BM7 something microphone. I love that microphone, but it's like $700.
The U87?
No. It's
Yeah, Kevin's talking about the Ethos video that Dave did.
Oh my god, am I freeze?
Oops,
Did I
sorry.
freeze up?
There was some really good edits in that. I don't know if everybody was catching on to it. I don't know. Did you get to watch it? No.
Which Kevin's on?
No, Dave Saltura.
Oh yes, the Ethos you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, I commented this morning. I was like, dude, as far as intros, chef's kiss, bro.
The intro, everything, like the edits that were taking place in that video, I was paying attention. Whenever he would say something like step back, it would zoom out. You know, and if he said anything, and I guess it's his wife that's editing for him, or he's got a couple people, but they were editing and doing things to what he was saying, and it was really cool. I was like, where am I at?
I am struggling right now. My computer is acting stupid. I can see on my phone that I'm still good, but on my computer screen, I'm frozen, even though I'm not frozen on the live stream.
You're what?
Like my computer screens are frozen, but yet I can look on my phone and I see I'm not frozen.
No, you're not.
But yet I can't do anything.
Because everything froze?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Finally busted loose. I was trying to do a screen share of this Loudon Audio microphone. There we go.
Oh, yeah. By all means. Let me get this off. Yeah.
What is the Eden? Oh my.
Oh,
It's
look at
the
that
same-
mount.
Is it the same microphone? No, it's not.
Oh, no, there's something different.
Yeah. $3,000? No, thank you.
What? Wait, go click on it.
This one?
No, the $3,000.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hold on.
Why?
Yeah.
The Eden LT386 large diaphragm condenser. Yep,
Good.
that's something I'm never going to have.
No.
I'm never going to have that.
If I ever bought this microphone, it would be the first microphone I get to use after my divorce. You know?
Yes, exactly.
Man, this is de-stressing though, looking at dream microphones. Oh, but yeah, there's that microphone, and then I really want this, the where is it? The SE4100.
Oh, Know Your Joe's asking for the link for this.
Oh, yeah, I'll bring it back up here in a sec.
I think he's asking for wait.
That's the microphone I want.
Okay, yeah, the Atlantis. So maybe he's looking for a link. Yeah, I've seen that. That's a good one too.
Oh, I love the sound of that.
Know Your Joe might be looking for a link to the Time Preservation Society's channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here. Let me I'll post the link here. No, 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 no. Let me just do this. Let's see if this works. I'll put it in the comments. See if that works for you guys.
Oh, see, my friend Bill's in saying, "How do I jump in with video?" It's more complicated than just jumping in. You want to have good audio and video and setup, and we would have to send you a link.
Oh, and then, to add to stress, I was doing my live stream podcast on my other channel on Tuesday, and I just went to take my Rode headphones off, and as I was taking it off, I heard a pop, and then my earpiece was just hanging.
Oh,
I cracked the buckle right here, just pulling it off. Wasn't
Did you
even
f-
like just normal,
did you
wasn't
fix
even
it?
aggressive. So I emailed them because I remember Tom Buck saying something. If you let them know, they're really good about replacing it. So I sent him an email just saying, hey, I was taking it off and it snapped. I sent him a picture, of my Amazon invoice when I bought it. And they said they have lifetime warranty on these headphones. So regardless of what it is, as long as you have proof of purchase and a picture of the damage, they'll replace it. So they said they were going to send me a replacement. So I don't know if I got to send these back or they're going to let me keep them in pieces.
What'd you do? How'd you get it back together?
Right now, I just happened to get it back inside and snap it real quick, but it's cracked.
Oh,
So I'm going to have to put some Velcro to keep it tight. But yeah, that's
you gotta be careful. You gotta.
Yeah.
Two hands.
I was like, man, after this month, come on, man. Come on. My stuff is breaking on me now. And then on top of that, my Fine K699D, I took one of them out of my setup at my wife's house or my in-laws to bring over here for tonight. And somehow I must have dropped it and I chipped the paint. There's a little section of just a little teeny little chip, and it's gray
I did
primer
notice
underneath.
the threading on the bottom.
Mhm.
We're gonna end up, as we take that piece off and on, we're gonna end up stripping the color off of it.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Yep.
You can't see it.
So yeah. So I can see this one little spot right here. So I was like, I'll just flip it to the other side and turn it around. But you guys can't see it, but I know it's there. So I'm just going to take it back over to our podcast setup at my wife's parents' house and just swap this out with one of the other ones.
One of the ones that isn't. They're not going to care.
Yeah. Over there because, they don't, they're not trained in mic placement, all that other stuff. So they can get right up on it and you can hear the mouth squishy, squashy stuff. So I got them all the fat.
Oh, yeah, chunky. Yeah.
So every one of them is like this. So you can't even see the chip with it like this. So I was like, I'll just take one of theirs and swap it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I would imagine you got to keep those pop filters on for all of them because they're not as good with mic placement and
yeah. And one of them's good with mic placement, but they some people like to be right up on their mic. Some people like to be a little bit further back. I mean, I see it all the time with my sports podcast or my sports radio show. I watch it live on YouTube, and it's funny because I'll see some guys that are just literally their lips are touching the capsule as they're talking.
Yeah.
And then some guys are way back here.
I actually changed. I had it in this suspension mount.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I said, no, I'm taking it out because I want everybody to see it.
Yep. That's me. I love the way it sounds with this on here. I know. It sounds good. This,
but you can't see nothing.
But you put this thing on here and all of a sudden it's just like warm butter on a melted biscuit.
No, it sounds good.
Melted butter on a warm biscuit. Said that backwards.
There you go.
But
a hot knife through butter.
Yeah. So on the podcast, I pull it out just enough so you can see the lettering. So that's how I have mine. on the other
Plus,
channel.
that creates a little air gap,
Yep.
so you're making it even better plosive rejection.
Yeah. But it just looks so much cooler like this. So
Let's
just a little
see.
extra processing, get that bottom end back in there.
Bill says, "Can we talk about food now?"
Yeah, really, honestly. I had Taco Bell for lunch today.
What did I have? I think I had a piece of reheated pizza. That's what I had for lunch.
I had Taco Bell today, and I was like, you know what? My daughter's homesick. My 10-year-old, she loves the 5-layer beefy burrito. I'll get her one. So I'm sitting there, and it was just so good. I'm like, I can't not eat this. So I ate her burrito. Come home with nothing.
I haven't had Taco Bell in a little while.
Man.
That's one of my go-tos because I'm like, it's fast food, I know, but it's like all lettuce and cheese and tomatoes and some meat. I'm like, that's all good stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I fool myself with.
Oh, Kevin, I see your comment here. Mike, have you ever tried the Earthworks icon? If so, how does it compare? I want to try that one. I have reached out to my contact at Earthworks and he said yes, but they're in the middle of a push right now for new drum mics that they just did. So he said once they get done with that push, he would send me out an icon. Now I asked for the USB icon. It's a USB only, but it's like the Shure SM7B of USB microphones. It sounds so good. But I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to ask him if he could send me the XLR Icon. I think it's the Icon Pro. And I'd like to have that one because apparently the difference between the Ethos and that one is there's more space you can have between you and the microphone. I remember EPOS Vox did a review of it.
With the icon?
Yeah, the Icon, the XLR Icon, you can actually have it more of a gap between you and your mic. And it sounds great. It's meant to be a little bit further away. But
Yeah.
they sound great, and I want one. And I've let my contact know. I'm like, okay, I'm ready
I,
for
I
another
want
one.
I think
And send it to me.
if I've got to choose, I want the Ethos first.
Yes,
Just
I
because
want the
I've
Ethos.
listened to both of them and I really like the Ethos. I do like the icon. I've heard it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the Ethos first.
Yep. But yeah, I want the Icon. I want the USB one, and I want the Icon Pro, which is the XLR.
Mm,
So hopefully I'll get one here in the next month or so, and I can hopefully within the next month, and I can do my review of it.
yeah. So Chris had sent me a thing, and this is what Kevin is going to be probably grabbing the Fifine Studio headphones,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what Chris just sent me was a link for that, and he said they work excellent.
You have to let me know because I had the Fifine gaming ones, and they were comfy, and that
Yeah,
microphone was good.
but how do they sound? Like I know that's a big like the I stopped using my Rhodes just because of these,
Yeah.
which the Rhodes are awesome, but I don't like them as good as I like these.
Yeah, no, the gaming ones were sharp, high end, too detailed, not enough bass. I
Yeah,
think for me, um, I tried every microphone I had, including my Earthworks SR117, and I didn't like any of my microphones in those headphones.
no,
None of them.
you didn't like your microphones on those headphones.
Yeah, I didn't like the sound of my mics when using, but they were comfy, and the mic sounded great.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm curious about the studio headphones if it has a little more of a neutral sound or at least a little more low end in there.
I think Kevin's been talking about it pretty serious, so maybe he's gonna get some and let us know what they sound like in comparison to what he has, because I know he's got a good set already. I think he's just trying to reduce his height. Me and him we were doing a thing the other day, and he had more lights on than he normally does in his studio, and I said, man, I said I never realized how tall your headphones are because it's usually dark and I can't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I was watching that one.
Yeah.
There's a live stream where he's talking about that huge,
Yeah.
and he's like, usually can't see it because of the black wall and the
Yeah,
dark
yeah,
room.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was watching that one.
Let's see. Ah, this is a good one. Speaking the Truth TV, what mic are you guys using?
Well,
I'll let you.
this is the fine K669D. Excuse me. Mm. But it is a custom one. So they come in black, and that's all you can get it in. But they sent me out some red ones as a thank you for the love we've been kind of pushing
On Fine.
for Fine, and how much the story was I was doing a live stream podcast with the Rode NT1 Signature Series, and I was just loving that it was red with some black on it. And I wanted to use this on the live stream, and everybody in the comments was like, man, go back to the K669D, but I want to use a red microphone. Well, Fine heard that and made me some red ones. So I sent one over to Clay because it was our podcast that they recognized and sent it out for. So
sorry, you can't
Yeah.
get the red one.
it's a limited run. They made
You
6 for me.
You could
and
paint one.
Yeah, you can paint them.
Somebody I know who's got a really cool looking purple one.
Yeah. I was like, man, which one do I pick?
Yeah.
What color? But I was like, I really want that red and black.
Oh, red. This is
But
good. This
now
is
I
like
would
so Star Warsy.
Yes, it's Darth Vader.
The red and black, the white and black with
Yep.
your pod mic pop filters.
Yeah, and I got Mandalorian statue behind me right there, Star Warsy.
See.
The one that I have, the ones that make me look like an alien. What was that one? The cone heads.
And I wasn't trying to pick on you, Kevin. That was just I've never seen him in bright light, and when I saw him in bright light, I was like, wow. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Now you've got
Star Warsy.
a pop filter, and you can still see red.
Yep. Look at that. That's so awesome. I love these Rode pop filters.
Yeah. Let's
Get it
see.
all the way down there, and now it looks like a Rode pod mic when you put it all the way on.
Oh, he said the studio ones sound way better than the gaming ones. They're smooth and natural sounding.
Well, that's what I want. Natural. I want in the middle.
So you're trying to stick to what your roads are.
Yep.
Because those are like you said, they're very neutral.
So, but yeah, if you like the look of a red and black K669D, just go get yourself a K669D, a Rode WS14 red and black pop filter, and then just get a Shure MV7 replacement pop filter, and then take that off and just cut it in half, and then use that as a spacer, which is what I did. Just a little. This was cannibalized.
Cannibalized.
Now, as a spacer, it fits nice and snug right on the end of there, just like that. So yeah, you can have a red and black one too. Just a little custom work on your end.
There is tinkers amongst us.
Yes.
Kevin and Mike.
Not as intended.
Yeah.
It's my motto here.
So Bill says he makes good biscuits. He's just hell bent on talking about food.
I know. That, you know what? Talk about relieving stress. A good meal. Getting back on topic. Where is a place that you like to go when you just had the worst day ever? I need to go sit down somewhere and have this meal. Where is that? Where is it?
Are you looking for chat answers or mine?
Oh, yeah, let's all do it. Jump in. Yeah. I mean, it's your show. I don't want.
You know what? My favorite meal is breakfast, and one of my favorite things to do is diners. So I would have to say biscuits and gravy with a side of bacon at a diner with some diner coffee.
You sold me. Because we have this old school diner, and you live in an older town. I live in an older town, so we live in Delaware, first state and everything. So like this is a 200-year-old town, and there's this old diner that's been here forever, and then someone drove their car right through it.
Oh man.
Yeah, destroyed it, caught on fire. They drove their car through it. They fixed that, and I guess it caught on fire. If Lori's still watching, correct me on this one, but it caught on fire. We lost it. So it was our in-town diner that just made the best breakfast food. Biscuits and gravy, omelet, you just name it. It was the big meal. the big plate that you could never finish. Great stuff, of course. And then it's been down for years, and it finally reopened like 3 weeks ago. And I have yet to go in there for biscuits and gravy. I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah.
You sold me.
Dude, breakfast diner, like diner breakfast, diner coffee.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times, if you really, really dissect the coffee, it's not good coffee, but it's diner coffee.
And you know how to get a really good meal from a diner place? If it's those hole in the wall diners or just the old school diners. My dad used to do this all the time. It's funny how the longer they're gone after they die, the smarter they get. So you look back at all this advice, and he did this one thing, and it's so true. You go into a place that you like the food, but you just want them to take care of you. Don't just tip the waiter, tip the cook, the chef. So he would always go in and he would leave a tip for the waitress, and he would always tell the waitress, please give this to the chef. So every time he would come back on a Saturday to get his breakfast meal, he would come in, waitress would be like, Denny's here, and he's ordering another one of these things. And next thing you know, the meal grew. the omelet was bigger.
Yeah.
Nothing was burnt. Everything was, a little extra butter spray on it to get it nice. They took care of him.
That's a smart idea.
Yes. So he never got it. Like if they overcooked it, they would throw it away. They never gave it to him. Because sometimes you get a good place, good food, and then like Texas Roadhouse, I think Kevin put down here. I think it was Kevin. Or no, Bill from Know Your Joe said Texas Roadhouse. There's times you go in there and the steak is awesome. And there's sometimes you go in there, rarely, but every now and then you go in there and it just doesn't meet the standard that they set.
Right.
You tip the cook, and they will never allow the food to leave their counter unless it's
perfect,
because they want that tip.
Yeah.
They never get a tip. Waitresses always get a tip, and they're the ones in the back cooking.
Right.
So
that's a good tactic. I never thought of that.
You get into those diners, the ones that you go to a lot, you start tipping the chef, and they'll remember you, and they will take extra care of you.
What's the name of that pop filter again?
The Rode WS14.
There you go. Know Your Joe. Rode WS14.
Let me give you a link here. Rode WS14. What color? They've got
Hooters.
Pink, green, blue.
Kevin's mentioning Hooters. Believe it or not,
excuse me.
The one time that I went to Hooters, well, I've been a couple. They actually had really good food.
Did they? I went once, and the wings were dry. I went for the wings, and it was just like
they weren't good.
Dry. No, they were not.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had good wings there, and I've had my favorite thing from a Hooters was a I don't remember what kind of fish, but it was a fish sandwich, and they gave you a fish sandwich that was like the entire fillet. It wasn't just a little piece of fish. It was the entire fillet hanging out, sticking out past the bun. Nice. I was like, this is a good sandwich.
I'm trying to I guess Amazon is like running out. They used to have all the colors on here. Now I only see pink and green. The blue you can only get if you buy a Rode Pod mic with it. Yeah. It's
street tacos.
I'll put a comment what it is in the comments here.
Chris, the best street tacos I ever had was when me and my wife went on our honeymoon. We went to Aruba, and there was this Mexican type restaurant kind of next door to our resort, and they had Taco Tuesday, and they were $1 a piece. So that right there made them the best tacos. On top of that, it was those corn tortillas that are like soft tortillas, but you can really taste the corn, not the flour tortillas. That's usually what good street tacos are made with. They had them on those, and they were just flat on a plate. They'd bring you out 2 at a time, and they had pulled pork and then some other meat, and they were $1 a piece. I think me and my wife forced 8 of those things down our bellies. Each, not like,
Is it
8
Mike
each.
Myers? Get in my belly.
Yeah, get in my belly.
Mm-hmm.
They were just so good, man. They were really good. They had this, like, cabbage on them and this weird sauce that was like, all right, let's see if I can catch up. Wow. I cannot catch up. There's a lot. Let's see. Mom and pop German restaurant that makes the best. Oh, schnitzel.
I don't even know what that
Is that?
is. Now you're making me Google.
I
All
don't know
right,
if he's spelling it right or wrong. I've
we're gonna
never heard of
try.
schnitzeli, but schnitzel, Wiener schnitzel.
Yeah,
Oh
Wiener Schnitzel. I've used that one a couple of times.
no, that's good stuff, man.
No, no, he spelled it right.
Oh,
Well, this one doesn't
okay,
have an I. It says Schnitzel.
that's it. Schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
It is good, man. Good. Yeah, Wiener schnitzel.
That's
My
a word. That's
mom.
a real word.
Yeah.
I use that all the time as a joke, thinking it's not a word.
No, that's a dish. My
Oh,
mom worked at a German restaurant when we lived in Colorado, and she learned the recipe and would make it at home. And man, it was so good. She
I,
still
I,
makes
li-
it.
I literally, like, if I stub my toe or something, I'm, son of a Wiener Schnitzel. So I would
I've
always say
never
that.
I've never heard of that one.
So yeah, so the kids don't. I don't get in trouble for, back in my sailor days, I would try to come up with some fancy words around the little ones.
Bill says, "What do you guys do with your old used gear? Do you pass them off to new podcasters starting out?"
Little of both.
Yeah.
I've sold. If I need to get something and I don't have the funds yet, and I want to review something, I'll sell some stuff on eBay. A lot of my stuff, though, people that are like in town that I know that are trying to get started, I'll, you know, try to help them get started with gear. My son gets a lot of my stuff
Yeah.
that just sits like he'll go downstairs or he'll come up here and like he's got my Obsbot Tiny 2, the $300 webcam. That's part of his setup now. He's got my Mono PD 400X. He's
Yep.
got my fine boom, low profile boom arm. He's got that. Yeah, he'll come up here and just raid, and then
These things are solid, man.
yeah, I want it back.
He's like, I want him back.
But he made me feel bad. Well, he didn't make me feel bad, but he's like, Dad, as a thank you for all this stuff. He said, I don't use my PlayStation 5 anymore. How about, I just let you have that. So I was like, all right, that's a deal. I mean, he got more than $500 worth of gear, but I don't have to tell my wife that I had to go buy a $500 PlayStation 5. I just gave him some stuff that I didn't pay for. It was like sent to me to review. So it's like I got a free PS5 after the reviews were over.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, I didn't get mine free. I paid a lot of money for it, and it just sits there. I don't ever feel like I have enough time. I bought a capture card so that I could try to start doing some gaming, streaming, just for fun, just to sit there and chit chat and play a video game. And I feel like I'm not good enough, and I just haven't done it.
I tried to do that when I first started YouTube. I was like, I want to do a gaming channel because I love playing games. Everybody says I'm funny. I'm not that funny, but I was like, all right, maybe I can mix in some humor and some gameplay. I know the way I play is funny because I'm like, you go into Call of Duty and I'm the guy that draws fire. Like, I'm not good. So my son is like elite. I think he's like in the top 3% in the world. Like, it's crazy. He is that good and insanely good. And
is that what he's trying to do? Is a gaming channel?
He does a gaming channel, but he doesn't stream it. Like, he'll go on and he goes on with some Discord chat, and they all get in a room and they get hardcore because he's so serious about it. He doesn't want to stream and it be a distraction. Like, he is all in.
Oh, wow.
So he gets all in. And so whenever we play together, I'll just run out. I'm like, he's like, where are these guys at? I said, I'll find them. So I just run out the front door and just start like shooting up into the air and spinning, and and then when they start shooting at me, he knows where they're at. And sometimes we'll get in them trucks and drive across the map, and I'll jump on the hood of the truck and spin in one spot while firing my rifle as we're going down the street. He's like, "Dad, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm drawing fire. Go get him." But yeah. But anyways, point being, when I play, I don't talk. I get so focused at trying to be competent that I don't talk. So it's like it's the most boring stream ever. So I was like, okay, this ain't gonna work.
So I have moments like that where I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah,
You know,
just
and then I'm
jaw.
like, this is boring. Nobody's gonna
Yeah.
watch this. You
Yep.
know, I don't know. Mrs. K's TV.
Mm-hmm.
She's told me a couple times, just do it, just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I'm good enough. Just do it. She's not wrong.
Yeah, if I play by myself, I'm boring. But if I play with my son, where he can be the one that gets all the kills while I draw the fire, that's funny. But getting him to he doesn't play Call of Duty that much anymore. He's playing some other game now, Arma, something Arma. But,
Armageddon?
No, it's something Arma, but it's like a real life war simulation. You gotta get training to be a medic. Like you gotta
wow.
Yeah, you gotta go through these like quizzes and tests, and you gotta go in and know how to apply tourniquet in a game and how much blood pressure or something. I forgot what it is, but you can't just go in and shoot. Like you got medics, you got artillery, and you got to
do it like it's real.
Training courses, online training courses to qualify to be that person in that group, and then get promoted to be captain and leader of your platoon of all live people. It's like war games online. He gets into it.
Real quick, I'm gonna say hi to Felix. Yo Cholo.
Hey, did you get your Mike Felix? Yo Cholo.
Oh yeah.
Felix. I sent it to him. Hopefully he got it. Excuse me. I haven't heard anything. I didn't get any email update that it was delivered.
It's nice having that thing mounted in the middle of the air like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I seen you reaching over and hitting mute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on that little stand that you got me hooked on.
Yeah.
Yep. Love it.
It's so great, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Hopefully got it. I forgot what I sent him. Was it the AM6 by Fine? I can't remember what mic I sent him. Yeah, I just need to be the guy that pushes the big red button. Yep. Sometimes you just got to go in there and throw a grenade and blow some stuff up.
The big red button.
It's crazy how many pastors I know play Call of Duty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're all like, at the end of the day, so I just need to blow some stuff up.
Just gotta get some of that aggression. Everybody else's problems.
Yeah, you just like absorb all this toxic energy all day long. You just want to go and lay waste to some like car.
Right.
You know, be a suicide bomber.
Yes, my mom made really good shrimp scampi. They still make it. They were gonna make it when we were down, but my wife and kids all were like, ew. So they didn't make it. Actually, my daughter would have eaten it. My stepdaughter and my wife and my stepson were like, no.
I've never had it. Never had it.
Oh, shrimp scampi's good.
Used to sell it all the time. Used to be a Schwann's guy
a long time ago. If you like butter and garlic and you like shrimp, you obviously like pasta. Everybody likes pasta.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Love and then and pasta. Throw a couple vegetables in it, and it's really good.
I have to try it.
Really good.
Gaming is good stress relief. It is.
I can't say that because I get stuck on levels all the time because I'm not that good. And I will spend an hour in the same level repeating it because I keep losing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny. I said it's a good stress reliever, but Lori always yells at me when I game because she's like, Michael, it's just a game.
Because you're yelling and stomping and yeah. No, it's not.
I'm going to run to the post office right now. I did send it.
See you later.
Yeah. Oops. But yeah, I did send it. Same time I sent your mic. So I sent it on the same day. I sent you a picture. I said, I'm finally sending these Pokemon.
He's like, see you later.
Yeah.
I think he's in Arizona.
That's right. It was a P.O. box I sent it to for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what time it is for him. He's like, I'm going to run to the post office. See you later.
If he's Arizona, that's probably 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
Maybe they got like a 24-hour, unless he's just kidding.
Well, PO box. If you have a PO box, I used to have one. You could walk in at any time. The post office is closed, but you have access to your PO
Oh,
boxes.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I used to. I used to have a
So he
painting
might really
business, and
be
I
able to
always
go
do.
there and check real quick.
Yep, yep. I had a PO box where I'd always check it at night.
He's like, I'm gonna run to the post office right now.
Kind of like a bank with the ATM. Like the bank is closed, but you
Yeah,
can get
but
in
you
that
can
little
use your
cubby
card
hole
and
to the
get
ATM.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
post offices some give you access to the PO box. Yep, 8:30 in Arizona.
yeah. So
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, they're not on. They don't change time either.
No,
We're supposed to stop doing that this year, from what I keep hearing.
I would love it.
Yeah, like
Just give me a time and leave me there.
I thought we were supposed to do it this year because it was supposed to be last year and the year before, and it never happened because of COVID. And I think they're gonna stay on this time that we're currently on, which I would love them to do that
Yeah,
because
I don't care which
wintertime
one it is. Just leave
we
me there.
already lose light. It gets dark. What's Delaware like?
Same. It's dark right now. I mean,
No,
10:30.
in the
It's
in the
dark
in
right
the
now.
in the heat, like in the dead of winter, when you've got the least amount of daylight. What time is it when it gets dark there?
4:30.
Okay, same
By
as here then.
5:30, it's like 10:30
Yep,
at night type
same here
stuff.
then. Yep.
Yeah.
I hate that, man. 4:30. Like, come on.
Yep. Yeah, you get off work. I used to get off work at 4:30 when I was a salesman at a lumber yard, and it was like by the time I
Dark.
got home at 5, it was pitch black.
Yeah. That's I
In Michigan, it was the opposite. Like I remember in the summers, the sun wouldn't go set until 9:30.
and that's my point is like
Yeah.
we already lose daylight in those months. Why shortchange ourselves even more? We don't have kids coming home from school having to work the crops anymore. There's
Yep.
farmers out there, but they've all
Yeah.
got machines with lights and they can
Yeah.
go out at night and
Yeah. That's what like it's all farming out here, and they're all telling me the same thing. Back then it was fine, but now, like, I have a buddy of mine who's a millionaire, owns a huge farm land, just land all over the place. But he's like, dude, I don't even drive. I sit in the cab. The computer drives. He just watches TV shows while
so
he's
they're
sitting in
doing
the
it all
cab.
GPS stuff.
Yeah, it's all GPS. It's all guided. And he says sometimes he brings his son in there with him, and his son's sitting there watching on the movies on his iPad. Yeah, he's like, I don't even use the steering wheel half the time. It just drives itself.
Yeah, there's I've seen that with not farming equipment, but bulldozers.
Yep.
When I was working in Tennessee, they would have GPS satellites, and they would have these things on
Yep.
the ends of the cutting edge.
Yep.
And they would literally set these coordinates.
Yep.
And the guy would just sit in it and monitor things, and it would based off of GPS, it would shoot the grade of the pitch of the blade and everything. And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like they're aircraft carriers pretty much out there, just floating it with all the electronics and just satellite thing. It's crazy what they're doing.
I just was blown away that they could, the blade would adjust based on GPS and all this stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. So we're gonna wait and see what Chris says as to why they do the time change. I thought it was because of crops.
Yeah,
agriculture.
To
Long
give
time
farmers
ago.
extra time in the morning.
Yeah. Well, a long time ago, they needed all the help they could get. So everybody that was a farmer had kids, and those kids would get out of school and come home and have to do all this stuff.
Yep.
So here we go.
Yeah, I knew Ben Franklin was one who introduced it as a solution.
Formally adopted during World War I. So an energy saving thing.
Yeah, and I thought it was for farmers so they can get out there for an earlier start.
That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah.
Daylight savings. That's why they called it daylight savings. I am wrong. Or
I knew it was Franklin that started it, but I always thought it was because they were trying to. It says here the daylight savings time was first implemented in the U.S. Standard Time Act of 1918, wartime measure for 7 months during World War I, in the interest of adding more daylight hours to conserve energy sources. Yeah.
Hmm.
I knew that's when it was implemented in 1918, but I thought Ben Franklin, because when Ben Franklin was around, there wasn't, World War I yet.
Must have kept it though for the use of farming. Who knows? I wasn't around back then. I don't
Yeah.
really know. You know, it's beyond me.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get it.
That's pretty much it. I caught up somehow. I didn't. I skipped some, I think.
I'm trying to. Yeah. I don't know. I know the idea was created by Benjamin Franklin. And the reason I knew that was there was a movie called National Treasure where they said that. And I'm like, is that real or is that just a movie fact? So I went and started like researching. I'm like, oh,
That
wow.
was a fun movie.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. Know Your Joe said he is a guest on a gaming channel.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Is that like on a regular basis?
So, like, is he talking like a guest for like a podcast, or are you like one of the crew in the gaming groups? Because you go into like Call of Duty in a team of 4, and you're one of the 4, and someone else is streaming, but you're one of the 4 on their team as they're streaming.
See, that all sounds great to me.
Yeah. Yeah, lumberyard. Oh, best days of my life. We had some fun.
Did you work
And
at a lumberyard?
yeah, I was a salesman, but because I was forklift certified, I became the trainer. Like no one I got there as a salesman, and I get there and all these guys who've been driving forklifts for like 10, 15 years, none of them were certified. They all just learned it. OSHA, we're so small in Delaware, this town that we're in, and it was a small privately family owned lumberyard. So like OSHA's like they're too small for us to be worried about. So they never went out there and checked their certification. And I was friends with the grandson of the owner, and he's like, we need to get right, because it's just our luck that we would get popped.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, so because I was certified, I had to go in and take the trainer's course to be able to certify others.
Yep.
So I did that, and then next thing you know, I'm out in the yard getting every employee making them take the test, and then doing the driving test. And we didn't have just the regular factory ones. We had the huge tow motors that could lift, like railroad ties, and those were fun.
I didn't work anywhere that had those, but I used to go to a place to pick up some like hardwoods.
Yeah.
It was a hardwoods place right here, right around the corner. Trying to think of McIlvain was the name of it. But they had these forklifts that had like 2 or 3 steps that you walked up to get into the cabs, and they were closed cabs with glass cabs. And they had air brakes, like big time forklifts.
Yeah.
But I worked at a lumberyard in Florida when I was 17. I started working at a lumberyard, and then I worked lumberyards up here. I did lumberyard stuff for about 8 years. And actually, Bill Lockman and another friend of mine, Chad, and Jason and me, we all worked at a lumberyard when we were just little kids. We were like 12, 13. It was called the Midnight Lumberyard.
When are you guys open? Oh, we're closed at midnight.
No, it was the Midnight Lumberyard because where we lived in Florida was like this big building boom going on. Huge land mass square miles there anyway in this town that we were in, and where we lived was like a lot of empty lots, so there was a lot of houses being built. And man, you get really good deals when you go to these lumber yards at midnight.
Mhm. Some great discounts.
Yeah, no. So all these houses that were being built, there would be building products just sitting there, and so we grabbed some and
Yeah.
we ran down the street with our bikes with 2x4s, and we eventually got a four-wheeler and had like we would take a piece of rope and tie it to a piece of plywood and stack a whole bunch of shingles on it.
Mhm.
Just
Well,
drive
you
away
could
and
do that where this lumber yard I was at, because there's a gate and there's a fence to drive your trucks into the yard, but 60% of the lumber yard didn't have a fence around it, just the front by the
yeah.
parking lot. So you couldn't like drive your car into the back parking lot or to the warehouses in the back, but you could literally walk, off the road into the back of the lumber yard and grab what you wanted.
Dude,
But yeah.
we had some of the best forts. Like seriously, we had forts with windows, with shingles, felt like tar paper underneath the
Mhm.
shingles.
Oh,
Like,
we always broke all kinds of rules on them things too. The
yeah.
forklifts, because one year our warehouse, one of the warehouses that was our maintenance shop where we maintained everything, it burnt down. So we rebuilt it ourselves, and we built this like contraption platform thing and got one of our big forklifts, and we just lifted it up, and we were like, drilling in uh the metal. Trying
Yeah.
to think of it. But anyways, it was a Fabral metal. But we're just doing the pole building, but we're up there and I'm just like leaning off to the, hanging off to get to this one corner. I'm like holding on, leaning off to the side, hitting some screws over there, and they're just like, if OSHA drove by, we would be so fired.
See, Chris, Mike Newman's Forklift Olympics. Get
Yes.
your tickets now.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, them big ones, we had the big ones that had the monster truck tires on the front and like regular size big tires in the back.
Yeah.
But you
Did you
get
have
going in
one that
that,
had like pneumatic tires with
yeah.
we had a Toyota that had pneumatic tires, and it was a 3-speed stick shift diesel.
Mm.
You had to shift gears in this
Oh,
forklift.
oh,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun.
Oh, it was great. We would take, how on the counterweight they have well, this one had two holes. I don't know what they were for, but what we did was we took a couple chunks of closet pole and we cut them short and we stuck them in those holes and then wrapped a rope around it. And during the winter, we would pull each other around the lumberyard like skiing behind it.
Wow. Yeah. We were dumb. We did stupid
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So, Know Your Joe said one of the crew that plays the games pretty much weekly. The viewers don't see my character except when I am in the POV of the guy who has the channel,
Yep.
although they do hear me.
Yep. That's what I thought.
Cool. I don't even know nothing about that. The gaming stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
don't
tough to
know.
get everything in there. That's one thing about the Shure MV6 that I loved, because when you download this, it has an app. There's the Shure Motive Mix, which was what with the Shure MV7, but now with this one, it's the Motive Mix Virtual.
Yeah.
So when you're in the software, you can actually bring in chat, gameplay, and all that, and mix it all on your computer like a Rodecaster has different channels and all that.
Yeah.
Right on your app, just like the Elgato Wavelink. It's the same thing. And you can bring in Discord, game chat, all that stuff, and your mic, and send it out to your game. It's complex.
Wow.
It's tough.
Yeah, I get stressed out just trying to make the stream work right with OBS and
Mm-hmm.
Is the
Yeah.
colors right? I had to adjust the colors big time because every time I played, the gameplay was really dark. I've never posted any of it. I've just been trying it, and the gameplay would be dark, so I had to like brighten it up through OBS with a filter just so you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
It was stressing me out. I have not heard this yet. The MV6.
Yeah, the app, like, it's $150. Keep holding this up because I put the microphone in my son's room to try and see if he'll test it out for me for gameplay. and it's made out of it's all metal build, but it looks like plastic, but it's metal. It's all metal.
Hmm.
Looks cool. It's a little bit smaller than the SM7B, but it has that profile look to it.
I want to
But
hear it.
the microphone itself, the headphone monitoring is super thin, like harsh,
Oh yeah.
like USB game. I mean, it is a USB mic, but it reminds me of a cheaper $30, $40 USB gaming mic. But when I listen to it after I've recorded it, it sounds a lot deeper and more full. But headphone monitoring, it's just, I wish it had some more oomph on it. And you can adjust the tone in the app, but it's just a slider. It's a 1 bar slider, dark, neutral, bright. And you got to go left or right. You can't, like, all right, give me some highs and some lows, or take the lows out, give some highs, and like you're one way or the other. And it just leaves a lot to be desired. But
I
the
want to
app
hear it.
is super awesome.
I'm not big into the USB mics just because I like using all these
Mm-hmm.
audio interfaces and the sound that you can get out of it, but I'm still curious. It looks like a
Yeah.
nice mic.
It's I don't have it. I think it's in my son's room. I wish I knew what I did with it. But and it's a short platform. It comes with its own stand.
Yep.
There we go. Comes with its own stand, but it's only like 5 inches tall. But once you put it on the stand and point it up, it tells you to keep it 6 to 8 inches from your mouth. Don't keep it closer. And they're right. Like, it gets really loud. Proximity effect is
Real
overbearing.
sensitive.
Yeah. And it's a gamer's mic, so they know you're going to scream, you're going to get excited, so they tell you stay away from it, like, 6 to 8 inches, and they're not kidding.
Chris goes, plug it in, Mike. Demo it on the stream.
I was going to try.
His next comment's even funnier.
Was
He says, plug it in, and we will tell you
yeah,
to plug the fine back in.
I learned my lesson. Whenever I'm using this microphone, don't even try to switch to anything else. I don't know what I did with it. Like, I just finished the recording segments of it this morning. I see my SM7B over there. I don't know what I did with it. Yeah. But I'll probably post it next week. I got all the clips done, but with all the editing and the Netflix documentary miniseries things I'm doing for the people, it's like, I don't know when I'm going to be able to get to editing that thing. And I need to, because I think it's been 3 weeks since I posted a video. I'm going to kill my algorithm if I don't get this done.
And that's the other thing that's been keeping me from doing stuff for my YouTube channels is I'm editing a lot of, like, I'm trying to get out and do stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a lot of that. We're doing a segment called 3 shots, 1 frame. And it's where we take 3 photographers, 1 model, and they all get like a certain time slot, and they got to spin a wheel. It's like a game show. They got to spin a wheel, and it'll tell them what shots they're going to do, what types of photography they're going to do. So they've got to pull that off in the time frame allotted, and basically doing kind of all the same things, but they all got to do it on their own twist.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty neat. So I'm editing that right now. The first episode, we're trying to get a backlog of like 5 weeks to 6 weeks before we launch in January.
Yeah, that's stressful because, again, you're following something you're passionate about. In order to be effective at it and do it justice, you're pulling back from your YouTube channel, which kills your algorithm. So you're trying to maintain both, and that's stress. Like, to me, that's where I'm stressed out. Like, I know I can't. Like, I had to say, all right, what can go right now? Well, you know what? If I don't make a video this next month, my life isn't over.
No.
People are depending on me on these areas. No one's depending on me to make a video. And if I can just do a live stream to make sure people don't miss me,
yeah.
Which is like, I'm thankful we were doing a live stream tonight. It's like, I haven't done anything in 3-4 weeks. I need to get on here. But yeah. So it's stressful because I love the editing and all that stuff.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, that's kind of what I'm trying to work on projects and keep my stuff going. I haven't started doing anything for the car dealerships, but that's coming. So there's the car dealerships. There's this Quiet Corner TV that we're going to be doing on YouTube. But that's going to be with local businesses.
That's money.
we're
That's
going to
good
be
money.
advertising people, and so we're all going to be getting paid for that.
Yeah.
But we've got to put our work in first.
Yeah. I undercharged myself because I was new and I didn't want to, okay, I know my quality is this, but I've never done anything before. I don't want to charge you that right off the bat. So I would do like a 5 minute, social media commercial for somebody, or a 2 minute, and they were paying me $1,000 and I was only charging them $500. But they're like, dude, this is like epic. Love it.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this is really good money. I can keep doing this. And they wanted me to keep doing one a month. Like, that's like $1,000 a month for like 1 week of just lockdown, of
Yeah.
just a couple hours a night for a week, not a full 8 hour
So
week
a
shift.
grand for a week.
Yeah. Grand for probably like 12 hours of labor, just over a course of a week, with my schedule. Like, I can get this
Right,
done in a
right.
week with my schedule. And in 12 hours, I can record it, shoot it, edit it, and package it and give it back to them. And I got $1,000 for it. It's like, I could never find time to do it. And that
It's hard.
stressed me out. Yeah.
That's where I was with. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now, is because I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to get to push this if I don't have the time to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm trying. It's just a little scary right now, but I'm trying.
Yeah, you're at this point now where you've got one leg on one ledge and one leg on the other ledge, and you've got to
Mhm.
decide which way to go, because once you let go, there's no going back to that other one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be 100% this or 100% that.
Yeah,
Just-
and right now you're stuck, and they're still drifting apart, and you
Yeah.
gotta make a choice.
I can't really do the splits very well.
Yeah, right.
So
And you're like, all right, fate's telling me I'm gonna have to make a decision. Which one do I make?
yeah. So what's he saying? He's talking about mics. I don't know what Bill's wanting to do. If he's wanting to start getting into this stuff, I can help him out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure any of us can.
Kevin was
I've
saying
got
about the Road Creator. Yeah, Kevin, thoughts on the Road Creator of the Year rewards? Rich get richer. Yeah, Kevin and I were back and forth that day because we both. I don't know if anybody else got it, but we got emails from Road saying, "Hey, man, 24 hours, we're making a big release. Like,
I got one,
big is
yeah.
coming." Yeah, so we're like, Kevin and I were messaging each other all day, hitting refresh on the site. What is it? What is it? What kind of mic is it?
Oh, it was
what kind of gear is
the
it? What do you think it is? And it was just, hey, we're doing a Creator of the Year reward show. Submit your content. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna get like 99% of us small guys are like, we're reviewing Fifine K6 99Ds and
Right.
budget gear.
we ain't even
can't
touching
afford
road.
the Rode, NT1 5th gen and Rode NTG shotgun mic and Rode Caster 2. It's like major money. So it's like 90% of the stuff, like, I'm literally like, all right, I'm gonna send some stuff in to submit. Okay, I'm a creator. Here's some of my stuff. I had like one Rode video to send them.
So were they looking for just road videos?
No, it was just Creator of the Year. Send your content in, and get it, take a look at it. But like, all my stuff was their competitors, like Earthworks, the good stuff, like stuff that I feel like this could really give me a shot to win it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to send Rode an Earthworks Ethos review, or, the Shure SM7B review, or I don't know what it was. I was like, all I've got is a Rode NT1. And I didn't give it glowing reviews. So
no.
I can't. Here's my submission. Here, this microphone is not all it's cracked up to be. Yay. Let me win. But yeah, it's like the rich get richer. The people who have the money that review, they're going to win. Like us small guys, small potatoes, that we're just starting out and doing the best we can with what we got. Webcams and, small rooms compared to Peter Lindgren and all these other guys
with all
that have these massive channels,
special effects, and
I can't keep up with that.
No,
I can't keep
I
up
want
with Dave
I want to
Soltura.
get there, but then again, we're on this trend right now that's going like an uphill slide of less editing is more.
Yes. Yep.
So where do you
That's
go?
True. That's true. Less is more, and not 4K. A lot of people are coming back from 4K to do retro style videos. Like Epos Vox doesn't do 4K anymore. All his stuff makes it look like it was filmed in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like he does that intentionally grainy,
Right.
So it's like everybody's going opposite.
So this is what Bill's trying to get into, is a scuba diving channel.
Well, I don't think the K669D will help you there.
Nope. Um, if you're
It'll look
gonna,
good.
yeah, if you're gonna go ahead, take it underwater.
Yeah.
Like, that'll just be one more feather in its cap. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna sit in a studio and talk about diving or
Yeah.
do voiceover stuff for some of your dives, then yeah,
Yeah. Capture your video with an action camera underwater and then do voiceovers
right.
describing what it was. Yeah. It really comes down to the tone of your voice and your budget. Like a microphone might sound perfect example. Depending on your voice, you could have a completely different opinion on the exact same mic. Like, for example, the Rode Pod Mic USB. Aiden from Dark Corner Studios thinks the Rode Pod Mic USB is like a microphone you have to get. It's just perfect to him, or near perfect for build. You know, it's a little expensive. He said that, but the app, the build quality, all that, he loves it. But then you get to Bark on obscure mics, and he's just not a fan of that mic at all.
Right.
You know, and then you get to the Shure SM58. Like, Aiden loves that microphone. I love the SM57 better than the SM58. I use the SM58 all the time, and it gives me headaches sometimes. For my situation that I use it in, the SM57 is great for spoken word. So it's just different people have a different opinion on different mics, and it really comes down to where your voice is at.
Yeah.
And
so I think you're gonna have to use multiple mics before you find the one that you like the best for your voice. Different processing, stuff like that.
What's your room treatment like? Because condenser microphones give you awesome detail for your voice, but you better have a treated room for those.
Yep.
Yeah, it's there. To me, there's three facts. I get this question a lot. What microphone should I get? This one or this one? Like, my opinion is based off my voice in my room with all these panels. Like, my room is in like 90% acoustic treatment.
Yeah, same here.
So it's like, and my voice is harsh and tinny and thin. I don't have a lot of low end. So there are certain microphones that sound better for me than others. I love the Lewitt LCT 240 Pro. You know, some people absolutely love it. Tom Buck loves it. I think Bark is okay on it.
I've mostly, I think I've only heard good stuff about it.
Yeah.
I just haven't pulled the trigger because it's one of those
great price
microphones,
but
it's a good price, but for what I already have, I've spent way less. It's like $100, right?
Yeah.
I've spent way less than that, and I have really, to me, good, decent sound. So
it's in my top 3. It used to be my favorite microphone. My wife got it for me for Christmas one year because I saw it on Tom Buck, and I watched a live stream where he did a live stream where he did a competition, and he had it against the Blue Sona RE20 SM7B. He had all these microphones, Rode NT1. He had them all on this thing, the best mics he had. But he did a comparison where for the live stream, people got to vote on the microphone they liked better, but you couldn't tell which one was which. He would go to a blank screen, and you could only hear the two mics, and you had to vote which one you liked better.
Yep.
So, like, all right, here's mic A, here's mic B, here's mic C, here's mic D. And then he would do a comparison. You had to vote for which one of the two, and then that winner would advance to the next round. So it was like an hour and a half live stream. But this one microphone kept winning over and over again. And then it ended up being the Lewitt LCT 240 Pro won the night. And the microphones it beat out that night were the SM7B, the Blue Sona. It beat out the RE20. I forgot what it was, but it was microphones that, $99. It shouldn't have beat out, but it beat him out, and it won that night. And everybody was shocked that was the microphone. So I loved it. Lori got it for me for Christmas, but I rarely use it anymore. I don't even know where it is.
I got to do this video soon.
Which one's that one?
This is the Behringer SL85S. Oh. This is the $13.90 microphone.
You got me curious.
This thing is heavy. It sounds really good for what it is for $14.
Yeah.
So I still gotta do this video.
I wonder how that sounds next to the XM8500.
I don't know. I was contemplating getting a hold of that one too. What's the price of that one?
$30. It used to be $20, but now,
The
because it's so
8500?
popular. Yeah, the
Okay.
XM8500 is $30 right now on Amazon, and it's considered like the unicorn. It used to be the unicorn before this microphone came, the K669D. It was like
Yeah. So
it
they're
used to be up there right with the Shure SM 58. It was thinner, but build quality, it didn't make sense that it was that good.
right.
Where is it?
I'm gonna hook up this SL85S.
Yeah, well, I'll get my XM8500 and we'll compare them real quick. Hold on.
I'm trying to think. For Bill, he's talking about using something out while filming offshore. A Bluetooth mic. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking no, because of the quality. There's always going to be issues, latency issues with anything that's wireless.
Yeah, I don't have Clay's voice. Don't we all?
Oh, I forgot that I still had that on there.
You're a jerk.
What?
Your voice.
This is the
You don't
one I was
share it.
given.
I know. You didn't share it.
You what?
You didn't share it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna switch over here. Well, let me do Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, and he puts pineapple on his pizza. Yes, Kevin, pineapple on his pizza. All right. This is the XM8500. Oh, processing is on. Turn processing on.
Okay.
This is a $30 microphone. I think it's 30. Yeah. Let me look here. Amazon.
Okay. I'm going to do something real quick.
This was my first XLR microphone. I bought 3 of these for a podcast that never turned into anything. Oh my goodness, why?
All right. So now, this is the SL85S. $13.90.
And this is now it's $38. Good Lord.
This one, I believe, is still. I mean, I'm not really super close to it. I don't want to. I don't have a pop filter for it, and it's bad with plosives.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what this one is. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Yeah. But yeah, it's built.
Let me go
insanely tough.
And just double check real quick.
And I never was a fan of the handheld look, so that's when I bought the SM7B.
See, I don't mind.
Printed. Good Lord, I'm running over my cables with my chair.
This one is, like I said, Behringer SL85S dynamic cardioid microphone, and it does have an off and on switch. $13.90 still, and that's down from $25.
Nice.
So,
yeah,
it's definitely not a K669D, but for $13, $14,
yeah, Get a
This
mic
could be
placement, you're
something
good.
that Bill starts off with if he's going to be doing anything in a studio for his diving videos.
Yeah. Yeah, this is doubled in price. I bought it says here on Amazon I bought it in 2020 and I paid $19 for this in 2020. Now it's $38.
Oh wow, must be in high demand.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like handling, it's not bad at all.
Let's see, what do we? This
What did I miss?
I'm just King Paco. He said, "You guys are getting me jealous now. You got different microphones. I'm stuck with one." It's the addiction, man. Once you
I'm
get into it,
embarrassed to say how many I
it's
have.
hard to stop.
Although I thought I was bad until Bronson told me what he had.
Yeah. No,
I've got like 50, and
I've
Bronson
got.
said he had over 200, probably pushing 300 microphones.
Oh my God.
And he said the problem was he waited too long to sell them. You know, he said they're so old now. Like
Now you just might as well
these.
keep them.
He said no one's going to want to buy them now.
Yeah.
Some of these microphones. He said nobody even knows what they are. They've drifted off into the ether. So now he's just stuck with them. And he says he keeps them for comparisons, but he said it's worth more to keep it than to sell it for like $10 on eBay for a $70 microphone.
So Bill is saying he can hear white noise on my microphone now. That's probably because it's a cheaper mic. And what you're hearing is my air conditioner running, which I probably don't even need to have on. But
oh, there we go. I accidentally had both my channels unmuted, so both my microphones were working. There. This is the
it's definitely
XM8500 all by itself. No processing.
Hey, I got to throw this up real quick.
All right.
Felix, he said, just got home with it.
Oh, did he? Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was the AM6 that I sent him, which was. Do I even have it in here still? I might have gave the other one away.
Yes, Bill. Your sound, your room treatment is definitely important. If you have horrible audio, you could have the best video in the world and nobody's going to want to watch it or listen to it because they can't stand the sound. Go ahead, put that back up.
This is what I sent Felix. This guy.
That's the
AM6 gamer
AM6
by Fine. Yep. And this pop filter just pops right off.
Yeah.
And it's RGB everywhere. I don't know if I have any.
And
RGB
lots of knobs.
Yeah, lots of knobs. It reminds me of like the Halo video game, like just chunky pieces everywhere.
Chunky pieces everywhere.
I said, like if Master Chief were to start a podcast from Halo, like that's probably what he would go with because it's just so bulky. But yeah, this is the XM8500.
If you want to keep some retention, you want to have decent sound and treating your room. You don't want to have a lot of reflective surfaces. Like me and Mike, I've got foam panels in front of me, above me. My desk has rubber mats, like those desk mats, just so I can help keep that reflection off. Carpet below me. I've got foam acoustic panels above me on the ceiling, and then I'm completely wrapped with the moving blankets. And what you're hearing, the white noise, like I said, is we've got a much cheaper mic, air conditioner running. So you hooking that up?
I was gonna hook it up. Oh yeah, let's try it. Oh. Peter Piper picked back a pickle peppers. Peter Piper picked back a pickle peppers. Peter Piper picked back a pickle peppers. He puts pineapple on his pizza. All right, there we go. I forgot it was phantom powered as I was doing the. This is the Lewitt LCT 240 Pro.
I like that microphone.
It is just super clear, crystal clear. Like it picks up so much information and detail in the highs. This
Mm-hmm.
is starting to show up on a lot of podcasts too, because what is good about this one is you can have this like 12 inches from you and it's still going to give you good audio from 10 inches away. So you don't have to worry about guests that don't stay up on the microphone like the Shure SM7B. They can
Right.
have a distance and you can just crank the gain up if you need to. Um, testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So you could probably hear my fan noise though, because it's a condenser.
Mm,
That's with
no,
no processing. And then this is with radio processing on it. Man, I
that's what
could
I'm on
hear.
as well. Radio processing. King Paco said he's got the Vocaster 2 and a fine XLR USB, the AM8. That's a good combo.
Yes. Oh, talking about the AM8, I'm heartbroken right now.
Why? What happened?
The USB doesn't work anymore. I was
Oh
trying to
man.
I was doing the Shure MV6 review of it or comparison, and I went to plug in USB and it lights up. I can mute it. RGB kicks on, but nothing goes through to OBS.
Huh.
Still works in XLR, but you know, first sign of okay, there's $100 microphones, and Shure microphones, and that's the
Yep.
difference between these. You just don't know how long certain things are going to last before something just quits working on it. Great sound though.
Yeah, the AM8's really that's one of the first mics that I had. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but when I started getting into like good mics, that was the first one.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite sounding microphones. I just don't like anything else about it. The square look ain't the. I hate the RGB. Square looks okay, but it's just no matter how much you try and tighten it, it's loose, and the handling noise is awful.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like.
Yeah.
Handling noise I didn't care about because I wasn't touching it.
Yeah. Yep.
But you couldn't, even just the XLR cable on the back
Yeah.
would swing that thing because the little screws don't tighten up much.
Yeah. I'm not sure what if you're starting out on a budget, K6X9D or the Behringer XM8500 or what you got right there.
I mean, this is really budget. It don't sound bad. Um,
And you have it on you have processing on that?
yeah, there's processing on. I'll go ahead and turn it off real quick. This is on radio, and this is with no processing. Almost sounds better.
I was gonna say, big
It got
difference.
real quiet, didn't it?
Yeah,
Like that
but
white noise.
it sounds fuller.
It does. Why?
I don't know.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
That sounds way better.
more
See, I got
detail.
some.
I don't know. More detail in the mids, maybe
I don't
low
know.
mids. I don't know. But
This is with
radio should be
nothing.
deeper. But now
Yeah,
it sounds warmer and more
it
full
sounds
without
it
the
sounds a
processing.
lot better like this.
Yeah, big time.
And the gain is in the same position, so we're sitting right about 70%.
Yeah.
$14.
I think the cheapest mic I have in here, I paid $11 for.
You got an 11. Why are you not plugging in the $11 mic?
Yeah, hold on. Hold on.
King Paco, what mic should you get next? I mean, that's up to you, man. These K669Ds are probably the best sounding for the dollar. Well, they sound good, period, but they're only right now you can get the K669D. It's on sale on Amazon for $29.59. And that's you can't argue with that. And it sounds great, especially if you have a Vocaster 2 already. So you can put some processing on the 669D and get some really good sound out of it. They also sound really good, King Paco. If you put Mike already hang on. Mike already talked about this earlier, but if you get one of these big, huge pop filters, I think I paid $10 for this one. This one's the one that's made for the. I think it's made for the Shure SM7B, right, Mike? You put that on there. Actually, let me just show you real quick, because I'm on this one still. Now we're back on the 669D, and I'll throw the pop filter on, and you get a totally different sound. Now you don't get to look at the pretty mic, but the sound, it's just warmer, darker. It's really comfortable. It sounds so nice like this. Kevin's mentioning the PD100, and that's going to be hard for me to not agree with that, because that sounds good too. Let's see. Do we want to hear the PD100? Let's see what they say. What you got? Oh, I know what you got. It is soft and smooth. You throw these big things on here, these big pop filters, man.
All right. This is right here. This is the Shure SM57.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
This is the $100. It's a $100 microphone. This is what the president speaks on, or White House. This is the microphone. They always have two of these side by side, and they always do that because if a mic fails, they always have a backup ready to go. So that's why you always see presidents speak with two of them to backup. But anyways, this is the microphone. Shure SM57, my favorite spoken word microphone. For $100, you decide you don't want it, you could sell it for $90. You always get your money back out of this thing. But anyways, this is a $10 clone of this microphone right here. So let me go ahead and
this is the $10. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, this is the $100 one, but I'm going to switch over to the. Let me unplug my K669D real quick. All right. Oh. This is why I chipped my fine K669D, because I just slam into stuff all the time. All right, hold on.
I'm getting the PD100 for Know Your Joe said. Let's hear it.
Peter Piper picked a bag of pickled peppers and he puts pineapple on his pizza. Peter Piper picks a bag of pickled peppers and puts pineapple on his pizza. All right. And this is the $11 Zramo.
What is it?
It's the Zramo WM.
Zramo.
Yeah, the WM57, not the SM57 by Shure. This is the Zramo.
The
WM57. This is an $11 microphone, no processing on it whatsoever. No pop filter either. Like, I'm going to take this pop filter off and put it on here because plosives are terrible on both these.
You might want to give that one a little bit of gain.
All right, there we go. Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. Boosting. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. All right. And this is the $11 with a $14 pop filter on it. So even then, dirt cheap. $11 Ramo WM57 microphone. Put some
doesn't sound that bad.
No.
For $11?
Nope. And then this is with radio processing on it, which I think makes it worse.
Oh.
Clean. This is what clean sounds like. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. This is warm. Zramo WM57 in warm and bright. This is what it sounds like in bright mode. The Zramo WM57 and what it sounds like with nothing on it. I think this sounds better with no processing on it. Same with your mic. Somehow we're talking about how to handle stress and we're playing with microphones. Is this what we've come to?
Do you know what we're doing, though?
This is how we handle stress.
We're handling our stress.
Yeah. We're playing with toys.
That's exactly what we're doing.
So this is the SM58, which is the other famous $99 one. And then I have the SM58 by Imperial. The Imperial SM58 versus the Shure SM58. This is also an $11 microphone. So I'll test these out next.
Okay. So currently we're listening to the Behringer SL85S. I'll switch over to the Mayono PD100. And this is the Mayono PD100 with no processing. Nothing at all. This is just bare bones. This is how it sounds. I do have a little pop filter on it. Um, this is what it sounds like without the pop filter. I keep the pop filter on just to help stop a little bit of the plosives. It's not much of a pop filter. It's really thin. You can't even see because I'm so dark in here, but thin little pop filter does the job.
I
And
love that
so,
microphone.
huh?
I love that microphone.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. For what did we pay for this? 40
You paid
bucks?
less than I did. I paid 44 for it. I think it's down to like 30.
I
Let me
think
see what
that's
it is on Amazon
I think
right
that's what I
now.
paid for it. $39.
Is it 39 now?
I don't know. I haven't looked in a while,
Oh,
but I think that's
I'm
what I
looking. I'm looking now. PD 100 or just PD 100. Is it the X? I can't remember. There's so many.
No, just the PD100.
Yeah, the 100X is the microphone I refuse to let
Yeah, the X
Mayono
is the
send
one
to me.
everybody
They
told
tried
me
to send
not to
it to me. I'm
buy.
like, no. It's like
Yeah, everybody was like,
I
"Nope,
don't
don't buy that
wanna.
one."
$39.99. That's what it
There you
is.
go. $39.99. And this one's got a really, really warm sound, a real
Yeah,
rich sound.
that's a broadcaster's mic. So, and that's $40, and this is $100 handheld
You're on the SM58.
58, the Shure SM58, and then we'll go ahead and switch to the $10
Is it got a
knockoff.
dent in it?
Yeah,
Oh.
like I said, I drop
He's
stuff.
like, "Yeah."
I drop stuff. There's a reason why I have a scratch in my K669D already. I drop things. So this is really dented. Like I've
Yeah.
dropped this so many times, it's not even funny.
It looks like kind of reminds me of that guy Sloth from the Goonies.
Yes. Great movie.
That's what you need to name that mic, Sloth.
Oh. So what I've always done is I take this off and I stick it in one of these. And then I screw on the SM50 or the SM7B. Where is it?
Oh yeah, you did that once, and it
Yeah.
looks like yeah, yep.
It's not going to look like it now, but I'll hide it inside something like this. So it kind of tucks in there, but you got to take the cap off of it, which I'm cool with that because I've just, mic abuse.
Yeah.
But
You made it. You made it the ugly 58.
yes, which is funny because the AM8 I've taken care of. I've dropped it maybe twice, but never that bad. And yet this thing has been through World War II basically and still works amazing.
I'm pretty sure at one point they were doing that with the SM58. They were putting it through like all kinds of torture.
Yep.
Just to show that it would still work.
All right, testing. Yeah, this one's hotter.
That's the 8500.
This is the cheap. No, this is the Imperial. Oh, wrong one. The Imperial SM58. This is the $10 knockoff to this.
It doesn't sound bad, dude.
It's just hotter. You gotta bring it way down. All right, there we go. That's
Yeah.
better. This
But it
is no
sounds good.
processing. This is radio processing, and I feel like that just messes with it. I don't like it. This is clean. Imperial SM58 in clean mode. The Imperial SM58. There we go. In what is this? Warm mode. Yep. And then this is the Imperial SM58 in bright mode. And this is the Imperial SM58 with nothing on it. Which sounds
If
better.
it's already hot, I'd say leave the bright mode alone.
Yeah. So I'm saying like it's
because
something.
it's just gonna crank it up even more.
You get these $10 to $20 microphones, and it's like processing ruins it.
Yeah.
It
doesn't sound bad to me.
No, but to me, this is like the best knockoff. This was $11 on Amazon.
It's amazing.
and you just, it sounds fine without it, but then you put the SM57 pop filter on it.
Night Beal. Beal. I almost called him what we all call him.
King Paco, what microphone should I get next? Yeah. So, what kind of tone to your voice do you
Yeah.
have? Are you, deep, mid, thin, harsh?
Just depends on what you want to sound like, what you think you should sound like, what sounds good with your voice, what kind of stuff you're doing. Are you doing labor intensive things that people are going to get kind of taxed by listening to it for too long? Just things like that.
Yeah. This is the $11 knockoff. Yeah, like what's your tone? What are you trying to get? You want bright and articulate? You want crystal clear? You want boomy, broadcasty? Do you want something in the middle, like a neutral sound? It
Yeah.
really depends. Like the Mayano PD 100 is a microphone that is heavy in the lows, heavy in the highs, and the mids are like scooped out.
Yes.
And then you get other microphones that are more neutral, like this mic. Well, not this one, but the SM57 is neutral. The K669D is a little brighter than the Mayano PD100, I think, honestly.
Yes. It's definitely brighter.
Yeah. And
What was I going to say? I forgot now.
oh, what's your
Oh,
budget? Like
yeah.
King
What's your
Paco,
budget?
what's your budget? Because that really helps narrow things down. Like, where are you looking to spend on a microphone? Because then we could really narrow that down for you.
To see this mic, I don't, I don't think I've hooked it up. I've got another interface, the SC1, but you don't really need processing with this one. This is with no processing. If I turn processing on, this one actually doesn't sound as good as it does now. Kind
And
of
that's
like
the
that.
PD100 you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't put processing on it because I think it's already there. It's baked for that sound.
Yeah. No, it works just fine like this. What are you saying? Your budget is 220?
Ooh, 220. All right, hold on. Hold
Well,
on.
that's a high budget. So I mean, as far as microphones go and budget
You're
microphones,
right in my price range of my second favorite microphone. All right, hold on one second. Hold on. You're getting me excited. Hold on.
this next one he's hooking up, King Paco, is a really good um, handheld mic. Has like really good off-axis rejection.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, and he puts pineapple on his pizza. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. He puts pineapple on his pizza. All right. This is the SR117 by Earthworks. This is an extremely flat microphone. There's no, it's not, it's very neutral. It's very vanilla. So
Yeah,
it's not overly boomy. There's no high. It's just right down the line. So you can mold and manipulate this microphone however you want. You don't have to overcome anything that's too strong. So if you turn processing on, this is what it sounds like with radio. This is what it sounds like when it's in bright mode. And
big
again,
difference.
you can't be right up on it either
No,
because it's just the proximity effect is crazy. But um this is my favorite microphone to use when it's air conditioning. Like if you have no treatment in your room, you got $250 or $250 to spend, you want to buy it on a mic and you're not really interested in doing all this stuff to your room, this is the microphone because this thing, like to the left and the right, it's super cardioid, so it's like tunnel vision to your face. So there's a 20 decibel drop to the left and the right of this microphone. Like it's almost as if you're just taking the gain and you're dropping it 20 dB. outside of that super cardio polar pattern. This is it. This microphone is meant for stage performers who sing on a stage, and they've got people. They got a person like 3 feet to their left, 3 feet to their right, and they've
Yeah,
got
you don't.
monitors on the stage, and you don't want this microphone picking up all this extra sound. This is like tunnel vision. So if you have an echo in your room because you don't have the greatest sound treatment, it's not going to pick up a lot of that echo in the room. Or air conditioners or fans if it's hot in the summertime, which is when I really use this in the summer when my ACs are on and I don't want that airy sound at all. But yeah, this is my number one problem solving microphone. So if I have a difficult room, difficult situation, I use this and then I just EQ it after.
Yeah. Oop.
So there we go.
He's been asking a lot about the Rode Pod mic,
Got that too. Want me to try it?
the USB.
The pod mic USB or the regular?
He's got to be talking about the USB because he's showing a price of $199.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
knocking lights over. So does he want USB microphone? Is that what he's trying to go for?
I don't know. No, because he's got the Vocaster.
Oh, well, I'll tell you right now. If you have the Vocaster, and you have XLR, there's minuscule, minor difference between the $99 pod mic and the $199 pod mic USB. It's literally the USB, but you're paying the $200 for the app that gives you like processing power to the extreme in USB
But
mode.
see, because it's a USB mic, that's why they're offering that app, that companion app, so
Right.
you can EQ.
Right. And the
If
app is insanely awesome.
it is awesome, but
That's the money you're paying for is that
if you've
app.
already got a Vocaster,
Right.
you don't really need to spend $200. You can spend $100 and get the the regular pod mic.
So that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and hook up both the $99 one and the $200 one, and you tell me if you can hear a difference in XLR mode. Oh, unplugged the wrong end. Pickle peppers. There we go. All right, this is the Rode Pod mic with no processing whatsoever. And let me All right, so this is the Rode Pod mic, and let me plug in the Rode Pod mic USB, which is $200. I've got so many microphones on my desk right now. I have no room for my elbows. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
On the desk.
and then 2 in my hands. This is like insane. I have problems, people. All right.
I don't even have that many, period. I'm close.
Peter Piper picked back a pickle peppers. Peter Piper picked back a pickle peppers. Peter Piper picked back pickle peppers. He put pineapple on his pizza. Peter Piper picked back a pickle peppers. He puts pineapple on his pizza. All right. Give them both a little bit of a bump. All right. So this is the $200 Rode Pod Mic USB. $100 Pod Mic USB.
Sounds exactly the same.
This has a little bit more low end, but it is hard. Like, unless you're an audio nerd, you're not going to hear that difference. And back on the Rode Pod Mic USB. So to me, if you're using XLR, it's not worth $200. You get the regular Pod Mic USB.
Yeah.
Or Pod Mic USB. I don't know which one I'm
Pod
using.
mic.
All right, back on the regular Pod Mic USB. Pod mic.
We're approaching midnight. You gonna turn into a pumpkin?
Yeah. Oh my God. Are we really?
Yeah.
Man. I was like, are we at our hour yet? Time flies. So yeah, honestly, if you're trying to choose between the two, if you're not interested in USB, Go Rode Pod mic for 99.
Yeah. If you don't need USB, like the USB is when you don't have an audio interface, you just
Yeah.
want to plug into your laptop
And
or your phone.
it sounds great in USB. It does. It sounds better in USB to me than it does XLR. And I'm trying to
But then you
find it.
can't use all that Vocaster.
No. No. So, yep. Overkill.
That's what
200
I do.
bucks.
I'm actually on the lookout for a cheap buy on a pod mic.
That's what I did with this one. There's a dent on the front. So like how this one has a little bit of a caved in.
Yeah.
There's a teeny one right here.
Mm.
And it was a B&H display model. So I guess somebody dropped it and then they sold it for 90 bucks. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Which is nothing compared to what Kevin got for his. Like Kevin paid how much for his pod mic?
$50, I
50
think.
bucks. Yeah, I
I
paid
almost had one
90.
for 40,
Yeah.
but the
And you
guy
didn't get it?
backed out. No,
Oh,
the
did he?
guy, well, he didn't, he just, he accepted the offer. It was on offer up.
Mm-hmm.
He accepted the offer, and then he never used the shipping thing, and offer up kept sending him reminders to go ship the mic. They're like, hey, somebody
Oh,
bought
one of
this,
those
go ship
guys.
it. And he never did it. And they asked me something, and then the next thing I know, they contacted him and he canceled the sale. And I was like, dude, you're a
Wow.
turd.
Yeah. And if you throw one of the WS14 pop filters on it, it gives you that boomy low end. And you got all kinds of colors. You can pick all kinds of colors.
Yeah, see, exactly, King Paco.
What?
He said it's all the same to me, so I'm gonna pay the $100.
Yep.
And that's what I say. If you got a Vocaster, you can make it sound how you want. $100. You don't got to spend 200 for the pod mic USB. Kevin got his for $55. Ooh, look at the pretty pink. I like it.
Yeah. And the pink. There you go. You want to bling it up. And then you got your Stormtrooper model.
I can't help but yawn.
I know. You're ready to. It's your stream. You're ready to shut it down. I'm ready to go to bed.
Soon, yes.
But yeah, I like the Rode Pod mic. It's a little harsh, but you can EQ it to get that low end in there real easy.
I just wanted one to add to the collection
Mm-hmm.
to check it out. I've got my favorites, so
The reason I have these are just because when it comes to podcasting, the most popular one is the SM7B. So you got to have that for reviews if you can eventually get one. Took me a year to pull the trigger on it to save up for it, but I got that. And then I got the Shure MV7 because that's the second most popular microphone you see on podcasts out there is this guy for your reviews. And then can we get in? There we go.
there
And
you got
then
it.
the third most popular is the Rode Pod mic. So this was the first microphone I got for comparison reviews because it was affordable. Like, all right, here's the third most popular microphone you see on podcasts everywhere. Is this one. And then I got the SM7B after, or no, I got this one after that, and then I got the SM7B last. And then I got this one, the $200 one, a couple months ago, but I did the Amazon payment thing, like 30 some dollars,
Yeah.
or it was like 60 some dollars, 3 payments of $69. I forgot what it was, but I did that one just for comparison reviews. Like it does nothing for me other than it's just all right in USB mode. It's up there with the Shure MV7 as far as how good it sounds, and it's a better mic in USB than it is XLR, in my opinion. Same with the MV7.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with sticking with a brand. If you want to stick with a brand and that's what you're going to use, I'm assuming you've got like a Rode, whatever the Rode, what do they call it? The Video Pro.
Video mic go to.
Yeah, there's
Or,
there's a couple different ones. The little mini shotgun mics that you can
yep,
mount on camera. That
yeah.
must be what he's using on his camera.
You got the Video Micro, the Rode Video Micro, and then you've got um, the Rode Video Mic Go To, which is right up here. Let me try and get this off. if I don't drop it. That guy right there, this was $100.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this thing. I use this all the time for my talking headshots for the church, like our announcement videos, and I
There's
don't want a
another
microphone in
one
my face.
that's bigger. That's the Rode.
Yeah, NTG. They have the
No,
Rode.
it's a shotgun mic that
Yeah,
goes
it's
on. Oh,
they
is
have
it an
the
NTG?
yeah, they have the Rode Micro. Um, then they have the Rode Video Mic Go 2. Then they have the Rode Video Mic Go, which is an older one, and then they have the Rode NTG series, which is like the NTG 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah.
I might be thinking of the Go
Mm-hmm.
because it was like, I don't know, 5-6 inches long.
Yeah. That's what this one is. This is the Video Mic Go 2, and this is 5 inches, and it's USB.
Hmm.
So, and then I bought one of these guys right here, which is a little adapter. So you plug this. Man, I cannot get my camera to focus on me here. It's a little XLR adapter. So you plug your 3.5 millimeter cable in one end, and then it's an XLR on the other. And now you can plug it in and use it as an XLR microphone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I got that. So I'll use it like that. I'm going to have so much cleanup to do on my desk. I don't think I have any microphones left.
They love their branding too much.
Rode, yes. Rode everything. Rode everywhere. They're Velcro straps. They love themselves some Rode stuff.
Tiny 2 Light,
Yes.
$161.
Yep. And the ObsBot is sending me the Meet 4K2. It's a
Is
new
that the little square one?
yeah, different colors. They're supposed to be sending me that one, but they
Yeah.
told me I didn't have to make a review of it. They were just sending me to just to make a mention of it for Amazon Prime Day deals. So there you go. That's a hint, y'all, for watching the live stream. That I guess they're gonna go give you a Prime Day deal on those. So they just sent me one to just kind of throw up on screen and say, "Hey, this is on sale." I don't have to make a review of it.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be using that one.
I'm trying. I'm getting there.
Are you trying to clear out the chats?
No, that's done.
Oh.
I'm trying to get to the point where they're just sending me stuff.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. Like last couple stuff, it's like don't have to make a review of it. Here you go. Let us know what you think. Cool.
Well, I got an email from somebody that wants a review, but they want a what they say, an unbiased, honest review.
Good.
And it's the first time anybody has ever reached out to me. I didn't ask them.
Good.
And
What
it's
company what company was it, or did you
it's
not want
Cam Duck. They're a Chinese company, I'm pretty sure, and they make nanny cams.
Oh, okay.
So I told them yes, and they're sending it out.
What was the webcam that Kevin was using last night? That was a nice looking
That thing's
$40.
crazy, right?
That's like the fine K669D of webcam.
Yeah. Like it looks, I mean, it's a webcam, but it looks really good for $38.
Right. Yeah.
Like it looks better
You
than
need
my
clarity and you're
Anchor
not yeah.
$50 Power Conference 200.
Yeah.
What is it called again? I
The
can't think of
the Rockwell
Rock
RC
something.
108 or
Yeah.
something.
Rock. Yeah.
They sent me an email a couple months back saying, "Hey, we never get any, some of us passionate smaller companies never get any love. Would you like to do a review for us?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
I was like, $40 webcam? No.
Rockware.
Yeah. I was like, $40? No, thank you. And then I saw Kevin's review. I was like, all right, I might have to email him back. It's just like, okay. Remember I said no earlier?
I
Second
meant
thought.
yes. I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that typo.
Yeah. I thought you were like Elgato trying to send me some $300 webcam. No, yours, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Try something. Got to butter
That's
them up.
funny. Well, Yeah, I think we're good for the night. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody's kind of slowing down. I'm getting tired,
I'm
so
slowed down. I'm done. Toast. I ain't gonna lie.
do
My
what?
eyes are so dry.
Yeah.
I need to clean off my desk. See if I
Yes,
can
the fine AM8 is has bad sound resonance. Oh, look at that.
look at my desk right now. Just a
But that
microphone.
looks like
It keeps
organized
going.
chaos.
There's another microphone in the bottom
Let's
corner
be honest
there.
here. That looks like organized chaos.
Then you see some microphones on my futon over by the pillow. There's an orange one and a blue one over there. There's a black one right in front of the pillow.
Oh,
They're
I do
they're
see one.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's one on the table over there. Then what you don't see is there's 1, 2, 3 on the floor behind me. Yeah. I've
Wow.
got 4 on the futon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
You know what that signature series
Y'all
reminds me
broke
of?
me tonight. Y'all broke me.
The signature series reminds me of a thing of lipstick.
Yeah.
It looks like a lipstick.
Yeah. I wish that it had a black grill on it instead of the silver.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would look way better.
yep. So, and that's a great microphone, but man, does it require sound treatment. You want to talk about like we're talking about what microphone, Bill? This is a microphone that sounds great, but if you're not in a sound treated room,
It's gonna
it
sound
picks up
horrible.
everything.
Yeah.
So you definitely got to spend your money on sound treatment.
Kevin said we are all members of Microphones Anonymous.
Yes.
What I've got what? Um 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've only got 9 in total. You've just got 10 on your desk. So,
This is the Shure MV7, $250 for Bill with his budget. Not a fan.
$200. Paco.
Paco, yeah.
King Paco's got the $200
250
220
for the
limit.
Shure MV7, and it's just it's okay. It's nothing to write home about unless you turn some processing on. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, puts pineapple on his pizza, put radio mode in there. Yeah, $250. And it's meh, it's meh. And I put I end up putting the Fifine K688 pop filter on it, and then I really like it. But it takes a fine product to make a $250 Shure microphone sound good.
Sound good.
That's the only way I'll use it. If I don't have this pop filter on it, I won't use it.
It sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm out of microphones. I got the Vigu over here. It's $50.
Oh yeah, the Mr. Vigu.
Yeah. I don't know what else to try for you, Paco. And $200.
The Vigu sounds good.
Yeah. The
I
cherry
think he's
certified.
he's
that's
sold.
150.
He's gonna do
the Rode Pod mic.
The pod mic, $100.
Yep.
Pair that up with his Vocaster.
Give it some low end. Give it a little bit of a low end bump. That's where they're thin.
Yeah.
And they're intentionally made that way. They purposely design it to be thin and a little harsh because it's, you just add in whatever low end you want to complement your voice, but it's supposed to be very easy for you to dial in your custom tone.
Put it on radio mode, drop your compression down a little bit, and then bump up your lows and see what you get.
Bump up, bump up, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. That's
bump up the lows.
Yep.
The lows.
Didn't even try my Earthworks, but that's okay. What else do I have over there? Samson Q9U. I know we're trying to close, so.
Kevin's trying to find a Rockville RM003.
What's that one?
Rockville. I think that's like they do a lot of those metal mics.
Oh, okay.
Like the kind of like the retro.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Memphis
I don't know.
Blue. I still got to get that microphone, by the way.
That's a cool microphone.
I love it.
That's a big, heavy one. You better have a good boom arm because it's gonna like wear on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right now, I got a chunk of money for the next microphone to review, but I'm holding on to it till Amazon Prime days. I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything until I see what's on sale for Amazon Prime, and that's supposed to be October 8th and 9th. So I'm going to see what goes on sale that I've been wanting to get my hands on right then.
October 8th and 9th.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the 18th and 9th. I don't where does Amazon? It pops up as soon as you go to amazon.com what its Prime Day is. Prime Day big deals, October 8th and 9th. Yep. Big deals days. So I'm going to see what microphone goes on sale. I'm hoping the SE41's one of them. I want it.
Oh, the Rockville is a lollipop mic. The ones that have the little round, the capsule up at the top, and then like the
yeah.
stem.
Yeah, like the old
Yeah.
1960s gaming shows
Yeah.
kind of mic.
Yep.
Yeah. Bob Barker microphone from The Price is Right.
I don't know. He always had that long, skinny thing.
Yeah.
That little.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of for the Rockwell. It's like, is that what? I don't know.
No, like they have like a thick base to them, and then there's like a little stem, like a neck, and then the capsule is inverted or I don't know what you want to call it. It's not flat. It's like facing you, almost like a condenser.
How do you spell it?
Rockville.
Well, Rockville. I got Rockwell. I'm trying to figure out what
Rockville.
this looks like before we sign off. Shine
Rockville.
off.
What did he
I'm so
say?
tired. Oh, okay. Yeah. One of these. Let's see. This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Those are
that style.
yeah. I forgot what microphone is. It's designed like that. That voiceover guys love. It's like a $2,000 microphone. Yeah. The blue Kiwi. That's 169. Anyway. All right.
King Paco said, "Do we think he's stupid if he wants to buy another interface?" No.
Nope.
If you can afford it, go ahead.
If you're gonna get the Rode Pod mic, it supposedly, and I want to do a video, and I haven't done it yet because I want to save it for a video review. But apparently, the Rode Pod mic sounds way better on a Rode interface because they have the custom profiles built
Yeah.
in to bake it. So in the Rodecaster Duo and the Rodecaster 2, there's a Rode Pod mic profile, and you could go deep, middle, or whatever, but it's supposed to like really elevate the sound of the Rode Pod mic.
I'll say
And
this: listening to you and Kevin using that Rodecaster Duo or whatever, you can make the same mics that I have sound different.
Yep.
And better, and
Super easy.
I would love that. If you've
Yeah.
got the money, go ahead. But those are what, $500-600?
Yeah. The Streamer X is now was on sale for like $269.
But does
the
it have all those?
It does, but you got to go on the computer to get the Rode Companion app to get the same sliders and
Right.
tones. So it's not on the actual device. But the Rodecaster Duo is, I think it's $400 now. I'm not sure. I just bought the the Zoom PodTrack P8 interface for my other live stream.
Mm.
And that was $500. But it has 6 XLR inputs, so I can have 5 guests plus have a mix minus channel. Yeah, $479. Brand new. You can get them used at a good price too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm out of steam.
dude, I was done a while ago.
I'm out
Powering
of steam,
through.
and the questions keep coming.
I know.
But I'm gonna have to shut it down and tell you guys thanks. And
How many 82 comments is what I see
Yeah.
on my screen. 82. You
Where
guys
do you
are
see that?
beasts. Awesome beast. Not in a bad way, good way. Like, you guys are champs, man.
Where do you see that though?
For under my comments, I have 82 that I haven't clicked on.
Oh, it shows you that? I don't see that.
Yeah. Now that I scrolled through them all, they're gone. So I had 82 that I hadn't looked at on my screen.
Oh, so it only shows you that when
What
you
I
haven't,
haven't looked at, yeah.
because I don't see.
Yeah, you've stayed on top of it on your end, but I walked away 82 comments ago.
I know you're Joe, and the hits just keep
Keep
coming.
on coming.
They do. The only problem is I'm just like I'm out.
Yeah. Bart did say in his video that that he's got it there and he's getting ready to send it to you. So that must mean he must have reviewed it. He just hasn't edited it yet.
Oh, you sent that
The Memphis Blue to him. I sent
Oh,
him
no
that and
kidding.
the K669D together. But he didn't know he was getting the K669D. I just said, "Hey, I'm sending you the Memphis Blue." Because I reached out. I said, "Hey, Chris, wanted to know if you were interested in reviewing it. If so," he said, "just to send it to you and then you send it to him. Do you want to do that?" He's like, "Oh, absolutely. Thank you. You guys are
Cool.
awesome. Appreciate it." So I sent it to him and then I surprised him with the K669D, the red one. And I just said, "Hey, since you're the guy that technically discovered this one for all of us,
Here you go.
here you go. You started this thing." Yeah, Memphis Blue. Just get your juices flowing. Makes you want to do a podcast or a live stream. Just
It's
makes you want to
neat,
go
man.
live.
It's neat. It's got a good show or stage presence.
Yep.
Uh, no pun intended.
And
Stage right.
I loved this Shore Super. It was the Shore Super 55, which is the
Yeah.
original. But now after having the Memphis Blue and how big and wide that thing is, I look at the 55, which is $250. It's the granddaddy. It's the one everybody wants to have. It looks like a toy to me now.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, I can't. I
That's
can't.
how it looked. The retro mics that the one that Kevin sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Next
You're
to that
good. Me
Memphis, I
too.
know.
Ugh.
Next to that Memphis Blue, it's like a
A
kid's
toy.
toy.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
I can't spend $250 that mic when the Memphis Blue's $60. It looks cooler. It's bigger.
it's big, it's heavy, it's
Chunky.
shiny,
Yeah.
it sounds good.
Yep.
So, all right, man.
All right.
I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. Thanks for chiming in and giving us almost 100 comments. That's insane.
Yeah. I'll probably because I know I'm not anywhere near as far as just letting you guys know for level up. I know I'm probably at least a week away from releasing my next video, so I might just jump on live someday next week when I got an hour or two just to hang out with you guys since I haven't been able to put any content up for you guys. I don't want to just like disappear on you guys. So I'll probably jump in sometime next week for a live. Might be 11 o'clock in the morning, might be 1 in the afternoon, sometime where I come home for like an hour. Give you something until I can get that MV6
If
video up
you
for you guys.
if you want some companionship, hit me up if I'm
Yeah.
available.
Okay.
If you want, if you don't, if
Yeah.
you want to go
No.
by
Yeah.
yourself, go right ahead.
I'll shoot you a text right before I go. Like if I know I'm getting ready to go on, I'll shoot you a text. Let me know.
See
You
if
just
I'm
jump in.
available.
Or if I forget and you see me on there, just shoot me a text and say, "Hey, I'm good to go," and I'll send you a link. Because I can forget things. I went to work this morning without my cell phone and had to go back, come home, get my cell phone, then go back
Dude, that's me all the time.
all the time. Always forget my
Constantly
cell
walking
phone.
on. Tonight I have new glasses and I was gonna try to wear them, but they don't actually work well with the screen like I thought they would. But when I came up here, I had brought them with me, set them on the coffee table, did some other stuff, and then I came upstairs and realized I left them on the coffee table. I was like, ah, but I do that all the time.
I gotta make sense of this chaos on my desk. I'm like, which microphone is what here before I put it back? I'm lost.
Yeah. Kevin said if you want, you can jump on with us on Thursday
Okay.
if you feel like it.
Yeah. I'll let you know if I'm grooving.
Grooving?
I'll jump on. Yeah, I'm gonna crash. If I don't go
Yeah,
to
I'm
bed
tired.
now, I'm literally going
Yeah.
to pass out, and I'll come on your Thursday live stream with teeth missing because I went face first into some of these microphones and knocked
Yeah.
my teeth out before I pass out.
All right, I'm calling it. We're gonna say goodnight. Thanks for
All right,
joining us, guys.
all right. Love y'all. See you in a little bit.
Have a good one.
Peace out. Oh, I got to do it. Oh, no, you did it.